listening to Coleman Community Radio's channel for Coleman County sports. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Listening to Coleman Community Radio's Coleman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. To Coleman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Coleman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
It's an exclusive presentation of the Coleman County Sports Network, powered by Coleman Community Radio. Coleman's Live 95.
Malin's going to call us on number. He's got a hole 20, 25, 30. Malin in the open field 40. Malin across midfield. They're not going to catch him. Malin to the 30, to the 20. Malin's all alone at the 10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Spear up the right side. Can he get in? He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is Friday Night Live, Season 10.
Hall lines up in the backfield. They send a man around. It's going to be a jet sweep. He takes it off the right side. Got a hole. Cuts loose. Down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
Right back to handoff, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Hansville Bulldogs.
It's time for Friday Night Live.
From Coleman Community Radio, powered by Coleman's Live 95.
Anthem finishes up and the lights are on here in Hamilton High School, and then they are recognizing their seniors tonight. We also have a top 10 matchup on our hands here in Class 4A right here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. My name is Tony Thompson. Alongside with me tonight is Tyson Robertson. Guys, as your Good Hope Raiders come here to Sargent Stadium at Hamilton High School, long trip for us guys over here, and you know they're on their home field. The Fox 6 is going to be here. It's their game of the week, senior night. Tyson, man, this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Like you said, it's a long trip for everybody over here, but of course the Good Hope Raider crowd, the Good Hope Raider faithful have traveled. Senior night here at Hamilton as the Aggies go into this game 7-0. Your Good Hope Raiders come in 6-0. The Raiders ranked number 5 in the state. The Aggies number 10 in the state. You know, Tony, we were looking at the schedule. I'm not sure who Hamilton has played. And conversely, you know, have we had a really tough game? We've had 3 hot clocks this year already.
Yeah, and I think that's just how it lines up region-wise, because, you know, I mean, they've played a lot of teams that we've already played, you know. Non-region games, I mean, yeah, we beat Addison, and Addison being a respectively good 1A school, but at the end of the day, can you count that? And then you beat a 5A school in West Point, who right now it doesn't seem like that's going to be too good of a win unless they start picking it up. But I know their best game so far has been Phil Campbell. Phil Campbell gave him fits here. At the start of the year.
And you're right. Phil Campbell's a really respectable program, I believe, in 3A.
Yes.
So
I believe they whooped up on Beaumont earlier this year. So
yeah, I mean, it's going to be a game. They have a very talented duo in quarterback Mason Holloway, number 2, and then number 9 is the Houston Tibbs, big talented receiver. That's been their best combination, and probably the best combination. And a lot of people listening won't understand this reference, but there was a combination that played here at Hamilton High School back in the mid '80s. A guy named Gary Hollingsworth and his favorite receiver Craig Sanderson, who both went on to play at the University of Alabama and did really big things there. So they're really excited about this duo. But Tony, we have a defense.
Yeah, we have, if you want to get down and break it down to you, guys, we got the number 1 defense in Class 4A. We're only giving up 4.5 points a game. Of course, past couple of weeks, our younger guys have gave up a touchdown, but at the end of the day, you don't really care about that. At the end of the day, a win's a win. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 point or 100 points. A win's a win, and we hope to keep that defense, steady today. But Tyson, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a really good offense. It's going to take our defense one heck of a football game to stop this offense from scoring more than 14 points.
You're exactly right. Talking with the coaching staff before the game, basically they broke it down like this. They said, look, they're going to get theirs.
Yeah. We just got to get ours.
We've got to play our game offensively, and on defense, we have to do 2 major things. Mason Holloway, I call him Johnny Manziel Jr. That's who he reminds me of. 5'10", wears number 2, can scramble with the best of them, can absolutely sling the ball. So we have to keep containment like we did last year at James Chaple Stadium. In that I think we won that one 34-7, if I'm not mistaken. But we have to maintain the lanes. We have to contain number 2. If a play breaks down, here's the second part of it. Our defensive backs cannot lose their receivers. They cannot let the receivers behind them. Holloway can throw it 60 yards.
I'm thinking our defense will line up just like they did last year. We're going to line up 8 to 10 yards off the ball just to make sure everything stays in front of us, because these guys got speed, and like Tyson said, they got a quarterback that can just absolutely sling the ball.
Right, and we kind of debated before the broadcast tonight, is Mason Holloway the best athlete this team will face all year? Some said Jake Harper at Fairview, which that is a very fair statement. Between Harper at Fairview and Mr. Holloway here at Hamilton, those are your top 2. Now you can flip them if you wish, but they are.
We're just talking about who we know we'll face. Getting to playoff times, you might face somebody that's just absolutely insane.
Well, that's a good point, but
as we know, this kid's amazing. Listen, guys, I got to watch film on him this week.
Yeah, and Tony, I need to make a quick announcement, folks. If you tuned in to 95.5 FM to hear the Coleman Columbia game, we're here at the Good Hope Hamilton game. They're coming. They've just encountered some logistical issues at Milton Frank and Huntsville. They'll be on the air about 7:15. But you can find this game. We're gonna move to Alt Channel 2 on the app once that starts. So just wanted to get that out there for everyone listening for the Coleman Columbia game. Big game from Milton Frank. They ran into a few logistical issues at Milton Frank. If you know that stadium, I get it. So they're going to get on the air as soon as possible. So we're going to have the action here from Hamilton, Good Hope, and Hamilton, a battle of 2 top 10 teams in Class 4A, both undefeated. And we hope that you'll stick around once the Columbia and Coleman game moves on to the FM station. We'll let everybody know. So we appreciate your patience with Coleman 595.5 on that.
And now, as we have some captains, looks like Hamilton will be in their maroon jerseys. It's a dark maroon. It almost looks black from here. It's a maroon jersey with maroon helmets and white pants. Your Good Hope Raiders will come out with their white helmet. They're actually going all white. They're going white helmets, white jerseys, white pants with the red lettering. Hamilton's got white lettering on their maroon jerseys. And as we get the captains going, your captains for your Good Hope Raiders is number 1, Mason Drake, number 0, Carter Rutherford, number 16, Kane Anderson, and number 13, Tucker Keith. And for Hamilton, it looks like we got number 65, Humphreys. I think it's their whole offensive line out there.
Well, being senior night, they have all their seniors out there, but the 4 main.
56 is Johnson. So Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
I see number 5, Hayden Merchant, and I think that's 64, and that is Ledbetter. You know, now that I think that, we have played somebody with the name of Ledbetter this year. Can't remember when. And listen, they got a video board over here that's playing a nice video. And I just want to give a shout out to them because that is a nice video board.
Yeah, that's what we call a full video board. James Shable, we got one this year, but we also have a traditional scoreboard under it. This one is a full video board, like you see at some of the top tier schools and colleges. This is a very nice stadium. Now, Now, I will admit that, and we noticed it before the game, they have a really high crest on this field for drainage purposes. Kind of reminds me of the old Aniana Stadium before they got artificial turf. And, man, if you're on the sideline looking to the other sideline, you better be taller than I am to see the other sideline. It's because it's a good 2.5, 3 feet crest in the middle of the field.
As we await the coin toss here, they are showing the coin to each team. It looks like that we've got a special guest going to flip the coin for us tonight for Hamilton.
Okay, and once again, while we're getting the coin toss, I just want to remind everybody, if you are listening in for the Coleman and Columbia game from Milton Frank Stadium, we are having some technical issues from Huntsville right now, so we are bringing this game from Hamilton, your Good Hope Raiders, and the undefeated Hamilton Aggies from Hamilton, Alabama. So we will get you to that Columbia-Coleman game as soon as we're able to. Just want to let everybody know that. And once we move that game to the FM station, we will stay here with the Hamilton Good Hope game on Coleman's Live 95.5 app on Alt Channel 2. We appreciate everybody's understanding.
And Tyson, I'm going to be honest, I missed it. I don't know. Listen, this place is getting rowdy.
Yeah, 2 good crowds here. Hamilton being senior night, they of course have a crowd, and once again, this is a very nice place to play football. I remember my senior year coming here, and we actually beat Hamilton in overtime. And I remember this place very well, but they've done some great upgrades, and here come the Aggies.
Man, this place is getting loud, but Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Michigan Chevrolet. And here comes your Good Hope Raiders. Friday Night Live is brought to you in part by Adam Aker at Michigan Chevrolet, Cleaning and More, Cox Stansberry and Kingsley Attorneys, Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, Coleman Savings Bank, Cyber Broadband, Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage, Lister Hill Credit Union, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Odin's Auto Glass, the Warhurst team at SR4 Realty, Zaxby's, Tisha Brewer at State Farm, and Coleman Electric Cooperative. We just want to thank all of our sponsors. But Tyson, here we go. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am excited. I see Kane Anderson.
I think we're kicking off.
With Kane Anderson being out in the huddle, I'm going to assume we're going to kick off also. I'm looking for Titus Montgomery, number 50.
He'll be in the middle of the group if he
and
is.
The white hat, Mr. Referee. Mr. Referee's going to our right. The Raiders will be traveling left to right on the radio dial.
And we will start with our number 1 rated defense in 4A on the field first against this high-powered Hamilton offense.
And this is what it's all about, Tony. This is big-time football, Class 4A in the state of Alabama. 2 of your highest-rated teams, highest-rated offenses, and, of course, the Good Hope defense, number 1 in the state. Now, Hamilton's defense is nothing to slouch at. They're only allowing 15 points a game, which is pretty doggone good also.
As Titus lines the ball up at the 40-yard line, he's going to get a look to it. Well, he's having a hard time getting it on the tee, but here we go. We got new kicking balls.
Eli Harris, number 22, and number 3, Christian Ship, deep for the Aggies. They are not deep at all.
Here's the kick. It's going to be up to number 5. He's just going to take a fair catch. That's number 5, Hayden Merchant with a fair catch. And they are going to start with the ball at the 35-yard lines of Good Hope as Good Hope's defense sets shop. And here comes number 2, Mason Holloway, guys. This guy is everything you would want in a quarterback plus some.
And that's the bottom line. He is just really good. I mean, we just, once again, like we talked about pregame, we just got to maintain containment on him and don't let anybody behind us.
Here we go. Number 2, Mason Holloway in the backfield with number 22, Eli Harris. man in motion. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle. And he's going to bounce out, but he's going to get after a gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, Kane Anderson on that tackle.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 40. Tyson, listen, I'm having to scream right now. It is loud.
Yeah, it's very loud. The Good Hope fans, like I said, our fans always travel. Doesn't matter where we go.
They are packed.
We talked about it pregame. We went down to Fultondale. We actually outnumbered their crowd.
Here we go. Holloway in the backfield, Harris to his right. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff right up the middle again. And who is that? Kane Anderson. Meeting him in the middle again, but not after a gain of 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 1 or 2.
Once again, they're trying the middle of the defense, giving it to Harris up the middle. Good zone trap play there. Once again, Kane Anderson fills the hole and makes the tackle. 3rd and 2, big time defensive play right here for the Raiders.
We got to get off the field, but here's Holloway, man in motion. Harris in the backfield with him. He's going to fake the snap. He's going to look to the sideline to get a new play call. Here's the snap. It's going to be a screen pass over to the right. And he's going to be brought down. I don't know if he has enough. I think he's about a yard short. Oh, Good Hope says they had the ball, but no.
Yeah, Cody Stevens out on coverage there, and they held him short. It's going to be 4th and short.
That was Hayden Merchant on the reception there out of the backfield, the tight end. And they're going to be having him short. It's going to be 4th and inches. Big time for your Good Hope Raiders to get off the field here.
All right, Good Hope. Let's hear you all the way here in Hamilton. This is a big time play to start this game. Once again, 4th and short for the Aggies from their own 44. They need the 45.
Listen, this is 100% going to be some kind of read option. We've got to remember the quarterback can use his legs. Here's Holloway in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback run all the way. He's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to make a couple guys miss and get up to around the 50-yard line.
Yeah, the offensive line got a good surge there, and then, of course, Holloway actually broke it back inside where he found the hole, and he was able to get about 5 yards on play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Aggies from midfield.
Yeah, that's good for Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan, first down for the Hamilton Aggies, not the Bulldogs, the Aggies. Here we are. Holloway in the backfield, Harris to his left. We'll get into that story a little bit later. Here's the snap. It's going to be a design pass. He's looking downfield, wide open. Man, he is going to score. That's a touchdown. Tyson, we just talked about it. Christian Shipp with a touchdown here early for Hamilton.
Yeah,
we just talked about this with coaches before the game. We can't let nobody get behind us. And what did they do exactly?
Yeah.
Got behind us.
Shipp just ran a simple post pattern, and we lost him in the defensive backfield. And Holloway, like I said, Holloway can sling the ball, and he put it on the money from 45 yards away. And Shipp caught it at the 5 and just walked into the end zone. Wasn't a defender around. Makes it 6-0 Hamilton with 9:33 remaining in the first quarter.
It's like Jose Mendrano up for the PAT. And let me tell you, that kicker's got a leg on him.
That kid can boom it. We were watching him during warm-ups. He was hitting 45 plus. So, yeah, he can boom it. So, unfortunately, Coach Scott's out meeting his guys saying, hey, we cannot do that, guys. And that was a definite busted assignment on the defense.
But your new score here is Hamilton 7. Well, apparently Good Hope's got 998 points. So your new score here is 7-998. You're Good Hope Raider. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
7-0.
Not sure what happened there. Now it's 7-1. So there we go. We're
it's 7-0. Hamilton over Good Hope. Something we haven't seen all year, Tyson. Good Hope is trailing.
Yep.
So 9.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, and once again, Coach Scott, I'm sure will make that adjustment. And we just lost Shipp, and that's their top receiver. I'm not sure how we lost him, but he just got lost in the defensive backfield, and unfortunately was wide open, and Holloway laid it right on his numbers.
Here, because I'm expecting this thing to go deep. Oh, nope, just a pooch kick. We've got to get on this. And we do. Oh, they hit him afterwards. That's got to be a flag.
Yeah, that's got to be a flag.
Nope, nothing called.
Well, we got flagged for that last week.
He's saying he called a fair catch.
If he called a fair catch, he can't hit him, and should be a penalty.
Should be a kick-catch interference.
Yeah, because he absolutely got laid out. There's the flag. Okay. I'm not sure what the major holdup was.
But as your Good Hope Raiders lead their offense out on the field for the first time tonight, and as the refs are talking about it,
should be a 15-yarder from the spot, so we should be getting the ball inside Hamilton territory around the 48.
We don't know yet. They haven't moved anything up. They're still huddled up around the 38-yard line.
Once again, I'm not sure what the issue is here, because it was obvious the Hamilton defender absolutely clocked. I think that was Cody Stevens. Don't quote me on that.
Nope, they waved the flag off.
Oh, that's just wow. I'm not sure.
Sorry, guys from Good Hope.
I'm not sure what the explanation the referee could be giving Coach Scott here is. Coach Scott is not happy.
Well, that's going to start us out at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for your Good Hope Raiders, and it looks like we're going to go with the Wildcat, Mason Drake in the backfield, Parker Johnson lined out here, receiver.
Yeah, that is absolutely a horrendous no call. He gave a fair catch, caught the ball, and the Hamilton defender laid him out, which is the easiest penalty in the world to call.
We've had that called on us 3 times this year, Tyson. 3 times. Now, I know y'all can hear these fans down here. They are not happy. Coach Scott is trying to say, hey, listen, he called a fair catch. Oh, he is not happy. He's got to be careful here not to get a 15 himself.
Yeah, once again, real quick before this play for the Raiders, if you're looking for the Columbia-Coleman game, they will be going on the air very shortly, and then we'll swap over to the app.
Here's a snap to Drake up the middle. He's going to bully his way through for a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for your Good Hope Raiders.
Yeah, once again, just a Wildcat snap to Mason Drake. He just took it up the middle. Good line surge there. Got 3 hard-earned yards.
Here we are. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Drake up the middle. No, it's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to try to bulldoze his way through. He's not going to get much. He's going to maybe 2 yards. I don't know if that was 1 or 2, but it's going to bring up 2nd and about 6.
Yeah, Camden Robinson, number 10 for the Aggies, absolutely just laid the wood to Parker there. I hope he's all right. He got up no problem, but man, that was a shot. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Raiders from the 44-yard line. 8.5 remaining in the first quarter. First drive for the Raiders.
Here we are. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's the snap. Johnson going to roll left. I hear whistles. False start.
And we're going to get a false start. And I was watching that. I watched that happen. Our receivers were asking the referee on the line that he was off the line. He said, yeah. And then the ball was snapped, and then he threw the flag and blew it dead. Wow. Again, I'm not sure what our player's supposed to do there.
We'll get through it, as we always do.
Wow, that's 2 very interesting calls or no calls already.
Here we go. Rutherford in motion. Here's a snap to Johnson. He's looking to pass. And he's got a couple guys already in the face. He's got to go. Left-handed quarterback rolling left. He found a man across the middle. Tucker Keith. He's going to break a couple tackles. He's going to get up to the opposite 47-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders as we move the sticks in a big-time way. And as we are on Alt Channel 2 now, Coleman and Columbia is now live on the main feed and Channel 1 FM radio.
Man, Tony, I'm sorry. Wow, what a play by Parker Johnson.
Oh, yeah, he made that play.
He was getting harassed in the backfield, and he broke containment, and Tucker Keith worked his way open and got the first down. A great throw and catch there.
Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle to Mason Drake. He finds a hole. Oh, there he goes. 30, 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Raiders! As your Good Hope Raiders answer quick to this Hamilton offense.
Well, that was just a great surge by the offensive line. We gave it on the inside handoff to Drake. He found a hole, and then he just outran everybody. Number 0 for that's a gill strip for the Aggies trying to catch him, and Drake's just faster. So,
Tyson, if you remember before the game, I told you, as long as one is carrying the ball, I feel safe. And as long as one was carrying the ball right there, I felt safe. And Titus Montgomery's kick is up and good. That's going to make your score 7-7 here. We're going to take a quick break on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network. We'll be right back. to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Once again, if you just missed it, Mason Drake with a 47-yard rushing touchdown. And as we have a video board issue here, we don't know how much time's left.
7.5. I glanced at it before.
Okay, it is 7-7 with 7.5 minutes left. Listen, the scoreboard is all messed up, and they don't have another way to keep score here.
Yeah, and in fact, I don't think they can continue the game without moving it to the field and just turning the video board off. That's the downside of technology.
Listen, this Raider crowd got so loud that it messed up the scoreboard.
I'm telling you, this is an electric atmosphere, and let's give Hamilton credit also. They are rocking on that side of the stadium also.
Oh, man, this is one of the most electric games I've been to in a while, Tyson.
This reminds me a lot of the playoff game at Good Hope against Jacksonville right now. That's how crazy it is.
It looks like we're going with a messed up video board.
I guess so.
And we're looking at a pretty flower on the video board now. Here we go. Titus Montgomery lined up to kick it. And here's the kick. It's up. And it's going to be brought in by number 22, Harris. He's going to get met immediately. Tyler Bird.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he really wanted to return that. I don't know. I don't see the upside to him making that reception and taking off with it. Number 22, Harris. He only got about 1 or 2 yards on the return before Tyler Bird laid leather to him.
But here we go. Hamilton's got their offense started right here at the 34-yard line of Good Hope, where they're going to set shop. And, they scored pretty quick last time, Tyson. I'd like to see our defense try to get off the field pretty early.
Yeah, and they're going to come out spreading us out. They got 3 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, and they'll keep Harris will stay in the backfield with Holloway. And this is their MO. They're going to hand off to Harris, or they're going to throw it deep.
Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Harris up the middle. And he's going to get met pretty quickly, but not after a gain of 5. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from around the 38. Here we are, 2nd and about 6, actually. From the 43-yard line, Holloway in the backfield, Harris moving to his left.
They bring a tight end in this time, so watch for a run that way, and they do go that way where the tight end is, and they got the seal block.
And I see some laundry on the field. Hopefully that's going to be called back. If not, that's going to be a easy first down.
The seal block was a pretty good hold by the tight end. Yeah, they got called for the holding, so that's good for the Raider defense. Once again, Tony, we talked about it. Don't allow the big play. You know what? If they get 3 or 4 yards chunk, so be it. Just don't allow the 50-yard touchdown pass like they did the first time they had the ball.
They got the video board working. We can now see that there is 6.5 minutes remaining. Your score here, 7-7. It's a tie ball game, and it looks like we still got a huddle right here in the middle of the field.
Once again, what are we discussing?
Yeah, it was a holding call all the way. They called it. Here they go. They start marking it off.
Okay. Wow. I'm just.
They were definitely at the 38, but they're saying it was at holding is from the spot of the foul.
From the spot of the foul.
I get it now. Yeah, I get it. That is my fault.
Like I said, they lined up the tight end on the right side, and you just knew that's where they were going with it, and they did, and the tight end looked like he held Cody Stevens, and that's what allowed him to get around the edge.
Here we are, 2nd and 13 from the 30. Here's the snap. It's going to be a rollout. He's looking downfield. He ain't got nothing. He's going to find someone across the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was number 9. Houston Tibbs.
And that is what we have to do to this Hamilton offense. We made Holloway make a decision, and he had nowhere to go. Good back-end defense. We had good pressure, and he had to just throw it away. That's great defense. Brings up 3rd and about 13 or 14.
It's going to be 3rd and 13 from the 30-yard line as your Good Hope Raiders need to get off the field here. But as you know, this is a passing down, so we've got to have a spy to stop the run, and we've got to have good coverage in the back. But here we go, 3rd and 13. Holloway in the backfield, Harris to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a play action. As he's looking downfield, he thought he had a man. Number 11, Led Buchanan. playing safety for us tonight gets there, as it was intended for number 11 for them.
Franklin Summers and
Webb Buchanan giving up a couple inches, at least 4 or 5, and he made a great play back there playing safety. That's going to bring up 4th and 13.
Great coverage by Buchanan there. Good pressure by the line, and that's what we talked about. Make Holloway get out of his comfort zone, and he's those last 2 plays. That's exactly what we did. So it's 4th and 13, and Hamilton
like they're bringing out a punt unit, but we got to be careful. Their quarterback is their punter.
Rutherford goes back for the Raiders. He will be standing around the 30.
Got to watch out for a fake here. Once again, the quarterback is the punter.
And we are in safe zone here, so.
Here's it is, and it's going to be dropped down punt, and it looks like a pretty good one. It's going to bounce out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
What a roll.
Well, that's where your Good Hope offense will start here at the 30-yard line.
That ended up being about a 40-yard punt with about 20 yards of roll, so. But good job by the defense. Let's see if we can turn it up on offense now.
Here we are. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of Hamilton as your Good Hope Raiders look to score on their 2nd drive in a row. And no Rutherford on the field, so expect this to be a run play.
We're in the heavy formation.
Here's the snap. It's going to be quarterback draw the way.
We jumped a little early there on the left side.
I'll start.
So we don't need that.
That's going to back us up to the 25, or it'll be 1st and 15. And Coach Scott is trying to get an explanation who it was.
Number 20 is who the referee just told him. That would be Jackson Richter. He was the only one on that side, so it has to be 20. I didn't see it, but
20's not even on the field. Here we are. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Drake. Drake looking to get up the middle. He's got nowhere to go.
Looks like we may lose a yard there.
Yep, and we do. We lose a yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and 16 from the 24-yard line. Once again, number 20 wasn't even on the field there. So, yeah, he was. I did not see that. Once again, I have a hard time seeing up here.
Well, remember, I have the luxury of using binoculars.
I got binoculars stuck on my face, but they don't do enough work. But here we go. 2nd and 16 from the 24-yard line. Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. Looking to roll left. Looking back right. And number 24 for Hamilton, Chris Arnold, read that like a book. Almost had if he would have got his hands on it, that would have been a pick 6 easily.
Yeah, we were trying to run a tunnel screen to Rutherford. We ran all the action to the left and then tried to throw back to the right to Rutherford on the tunnel screen. And 24 read the play and stepped right in front of it. And probably will be kicking himself when he sees that on film. That should have been a pick 6.
But here we go. 3rd and 16 from the 24-yard line. Good Hope's got to get to the 40 to get a first down. Johnson in the backfield, 5 wide. And here's a snap. They're going to be bringing some pressure. Johnson looks across the middle of the field. He finds over Mason Drake. 50. He's got a man blocking downfield. 30. He's going to come back inside. 10. 5. Touchdown. Raiders. Your Good Hope Raiders find the end zone on a huge touchdown play.
That play just went, 76 yards?
Yes.
Wow. Parker Johnson was under heavy duress. He looked up, saw Mason Drake streaking across the middle.
That ball actually got tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, I missed that. So, wow, what great concentration. And then Mason Drake did the rest of it with, looked like Tucker Screws was in front of him to block. And it was just smooth sailing. So with 4:42 remaining in the first quarter, your Good Hope Raiders now lead the Hamilton Aggies 14-7.
Man, Tyson, like I said, under heavy duress. I mean, he had 3 guys running straight at him, and he did not panic, not one time.
No, he did not.
Stepped up, threw it. It got tipped at the line of scrimmage, somehow found the hands of Mason Drake, and he done the rest with his legs.
Great catch by Drake also. And
listen, Drake was right at the 40-yard line when he caught it, so it would have been a first down if he had got tackled.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was a first down the whole way, but he broke through the crowd and basically was untouched. So 2 huge passing plays for scores for the Raiders here in the first quarter.
Now, the first one was a run.
Mason Drake, that was a run. My apologies.
Here we go. Titus Montgomery here to line it up. Looks to his left, looks to his right. Here's the kick. It's up. It's going to be a pooch kick, and it is a fair catch. As long as you go down there and hit him, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, are we going to get a penalty on that without even touching him? And I was just watching Coach Scott talking to Tyler there. He's like, why didn't you hit him?
Yeah,
I know that's not what he said, but that's what I was thinking. Because, like I said, apparently a receiver on a kickoff is fair game, even if you do call fair catch. So here we go.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard lines. The Hamilton Aggies are back out on the field for this play. Offense.
One thing I've noticed, Tony, is on defense right now, we are running a very much speed package. We have no size on the field.
Oh, no, not at all. Here we go. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. And he's not going to get much. He's going to be brought down.
Is that Kofer? No, Hunter Miller, number 27. No, I'm so sorry. That was Mr. Collins, number 22 on the tackle. Wow.
He was also met by Cody Stevens.
Cody Stevens, number 3. So, yeah, my apologies. Hey, Tyson, you got binoculars. Let's use them.
Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Holloway in the backfield. Harris to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be play action. Bird's got a heavy rush. And he's going to make a couple man miss. He's got a bunch of speed. He's going in the sideline. There is Laundry on the field, but he looks to hurdle. He gets up to the 20-yard line, but there is Laundry back there. I think I saw someone being held. Yep, offensive lineman throwing his hands up.
32-yard line.
That is huge.
It is a hold against Hamilton. So there was a reason Tyler Bird couldn't get to him. Because Tyler Bird, number 2 for the Raiders, absolutely broke through and had heavy pressure. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Holloway gets away and escapes and then gets all the way downfield. But there's a reason he had that hole. So there it is. That's a big penalty against Hamilton.
That's going to back him up all the way to the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and... Man, it's about 2nd and 17.
Once again, a huge penalty by the Hamilton offense to bring back a 50-plus yard gain.
Listen, they can do it again. They got the athletes. Holloway in the backfield. Harris to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quick screen pass over to the right. And
was that Cody Stevens that tripped him up?
I believe so. Right at the 30-yard line. They're still going to be about 3rd and 12.
It was Cody Stevens, number 3.
That was number 0.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carter.
No. I'm saying number 0 caught it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Gilstrap.
Yeah, Gilstrap on the reception, and once again, Cody Stevens got him by the shoestrings. It's now 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 in that area. I got a bad angle on me.
I think it's 3rd and 12 from the 30. Here we are. Here's the snap. It's going to be a play action. And he has a man wide open. And he's going to have enough for a Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down right at the 47-yard line. Once again, like I said, our guys are going to be lined 8 to 10 yards off the ball every time. He just ran a little hitch route, was wide open.
You know what? And I'm actually okay with that. I mean, it's hard. It hurts to give them a 3rd and long like that, but they ran 3 receivers deep and then curled that man underneath, and he was wide open, like you said.
Here we are. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. He breaks one tackle, but he's not going to get past the next one. That is
27, Hunter Miller on the tackle.
There you go. He got up to the 50, so that's going to be a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
2.5 remaining in the first quarter. Once again, your Good Hope Raiders up 14-7 on the number 10 Hamilton Aggies at Hamilton High School tonight.
Once again, the ball is spotted at the 50-yard line, 2nd and 7. Holloway in the backfield. It's going to be Harris with him. We got 3 wide receivers close and a tight end on the line. Here we are. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle to Harris again. He got brought down. He might lose a couple. He got popped.
Hello, King Anderson. Well, let's give credit, though. Actually, Braden Kofer, number 51, stood him up, and then Kane Anderson absolutely leveled him.
They're going to give him forward progress right back to the line of scrimmage, but that's still going to bring up 3rd and 7 from the 50-yard line. Good Hope Raider fans, we need you on your feet here.
the thing about that hit right there, young Mr. Harris will remember that hit as the game goes on. Like I said, Kane Anderson absolutely laid him out after being held up by number 51, Braden Topher.
Here we are. 3rd and 7 from the 50-yard line. Here's a snap. It's going to be a drop back to pass. He's looking across the middle of the field. He got a man wide open. That's going to be good for another Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan first down. And we are lucky because number 3 was wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, once again, we lost containment on number 3, but luckily Holloway went for the sure thing. Once again, a little breakdown in the defensive backfield there. We need to do a little bit of a better job scouting and finding all of the receivers as the play develops.
Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of Good Hope. They are in Good Hope territory. Here's a snap to Holloway, and it's going to be straight pass all the way. Oh, my goodness, it almost got picked off. But he finds his tight end, number 5, Hayden Merchant. He's going to have enough for another Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan first down up to the 28-yard line, but man.
Yeah, we were,
it was
a little unfortunate there. A little like Tucker Keefe, I think, is who almost got that when he just barely got over his hand. We jumped the route, and good concentration by number 5, Merchant, to make that grab.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 28-yard line, man in motion. Here's the snap to Holloway. Holloway looks straight to that guy in motion. They throw it a little behind him. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to lose 5 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Carter Rutherford read that play and read the screen pass, and I'm not sure why Holloway threw that ball because, Rutherford was right there waiting on it, and he ended up losing 5 yards, and that will probably be the last play of the quarter, Tony.
Yep, and it looks like the quarterback has conceded this quarter. Your score here, your Good Hope Raiders 14, the Hamilton Aggies 7. As the quarter comes to an end, we are going to take, it looks like they're going to try to get up to the ball, but that's the end of the quarter. Once again, at the end of the first quarter, your score here, 14-7, as we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. And Tyson, as we got the chance, let's give a big Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update.
Yeah, on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard right now, playing in the first quarter, the Coleman Bearcats 7, Columbia 0. No score in the Fairview Priceville game in the second quarter, as well as the East Limestone West Point game in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Gordo over Vinemont 7-0. Back to the play-by-play with Tony Thompson.
Here we go. 2nd and 13 from the 31-yard line. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris. And number 27, Hunter Miller, met him as soon as he got the ball in the backfield. He might have lost a yard.
Yeah, once again, Mr. Eli Harris, number 22 for the Hamilton Aggies, he's getting roughed up pretty good. He's going to be sore tomorrow. Once again, Hunter Miller shot through that gap and met him in the backfield. Miller was able to get back, he may have lost a yard.
That's what I was thinking. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 14 from the 32-yard line.
Another big play for the Raider defense here.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not comfortable bringing their kicker out to make this.
I would not be shocked to see their kicker come in from this.
Here we go. Here's the snap. He's going to roll to his left, right-handed quarterback, and he's going to juke back inside. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him. He's quick. And Rutherford, he's going to have enough for the first down as he hurdles one of our water boys. He's going to have enough for the first down up to the 17-yard line. Sorry, I have a bad answer.
Once again, we had him in the backfield, and the two Raider defenders, and I'm not sure who it was.
Mason Drake and
they both took the same angle, and once he made one of them miss, both of them missed, and he had nothing but green grass as he cut back. So big play by Holloway there.
But that's good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down. But here we go, first and 10 from the 17-yard line as Holloway is back there with Harris to his right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Harris up the middle all the way. He's going to bulldoze. Oh, my goodness. He got picked up off his feet by Kane Anderson. I feel bad for this kid. He is getting roughed up by these linebackers of Good Hope.
Yeah, Kane Anderson filled the hole. Now, he was able to get about 3 or 4 yards on the play, but Kane came in, filled the hole, number 16 for the Raiders, and absolutely just put him on his backside.
He picked him up off his feet and slammed him to the ground. That's going to be good for 3 yards. We're going to bring up a 2nd and 7 as Hamilton looks to tie this game back up at 14. Holloway sending Harris to his right. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. And he's going to bulldoze his way up.
Yeah,
he looked for Anderson right there. He said, I'm getting my get back right there.
Yeah, and he did a good job. That was a good run by Harris up the middle. Once again, he was able to pick up almost 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and short from inside the 15.
Yeah,
inside the 10.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 9-yard line. We got to get to the 8 to get a first down, but Good Hope's going to send more of a heavier. No, this is a speed package out there still. Here we go. Here's the snap. I'm sure this is going to be a handoff up the middle. It is. And he's going to have enough for a first down, but Drake met him. And we got people getting pushed to the ground after the play.
This is a hard-hitting game. This is a heavyweight fight. Once again, this is the kind of game we knew this was going to be. This was, it's great to have a 4-point scoring average, but when you face a team that scores 47 points a game in your class, you're just trying to hold on. And right now, we're doing a great job. We're making them drive the ball, and that's what they're not used to.
Well, here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. Getting open. It's going to be quarterback design. Keeper all the way. He's going to make one man miss. He's going to spin inside. He's looking to try to get in the end zone.
He's short.
He's going to be brought down right at the 1, probably the half-inch line.
Once again, that was all Mason Holloway. We had him in the backfield. He made a spin move and then made a juke to make one man miss and was able to get to the corner and dove for the end zone, did not make it. So it's going to be 2nd down goal to go from inside the 1.
And I'm not sure who's on the sideline being helped by Bo right now, but they look like they are not in good shape. It looks like Tucker Keefe. Here we are from the half-yard line. Holloway with the snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper all the way, and he's just going to dive in. Touchdown, Hamilton.
Yeah, once again, they did a really nice job of getting the flow of the play going, and then Holloway just cut back inside, and there was nobody on that backside, and he dove into the end zone. He didn't even need to. He just
he's going to make sure he got that yard.
Yeah, he could have walked it in. He'd have been fine.
Here we are. They're going to trot the kicker out for his extra point. Listen, guys.
By the way, that was Ross Clark that was down on the sideline, number 19.
I knew. Before he went out there, he threw up on the field. I think he's dealing with some kind of sickness. But the kick is up, and listen, that kid's got a boot on him.
Yeah, and a good job by the holder, number 9 there, because that was a terrible snap, and he was still able to get it down, and a good job by their kicker to put it through. So we are tied at 14 with 8:19 remaining in the first half.
But here we are. Once again, we are tied. 8:19 left in the first half. Your score here, 14-14. And Tyson, what do we got to do better defensively to get these guys off the field quicker?
Well, except for the one big 50-yard pass play, we've actually played good defense.
Yeah, we've made them drive it down the field. Something you said, they're not used to.
They're not used to, and if you make them consistently drive, they will eventually make a mistake. Mm-hmm. They've made a bunch of 3rd down plays. Great, fine, but you're not giving up the big play except for the one where they got their first touchdown. If the game flow stays like it is, I really like our chances. Now, we may give up 35 points, but we're going to score 50.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Here we go. And he's coming up to kick the ball. And it's just going to be another pooch kick. Make sure you throw your hand up. And we do. Nobody got hit that time.
Yeah, it was Aiden Young on the reception there. No return.
They actually spotted him. Okay, the close umpire said that he was down at the 35. I was like, well, that was generous, but they're going to back up to the 33 where he caught it.
33-yard line.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Your Good Hope Raiders look to get in the end zone before halftime.
update from the Odin's Auto Class. Looks like Fairview has now gone ahead 7-0.
Good job, Fairview. Rutherford in motion. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake. He's going to be met immediately in the backfield.
Yeah, that play was discombobulated from the beginning. It looked like the snap came late.
Almost hit Rutherford as he was crossing.
Right. That play just didn't look like it was on track to start with. So we lose about 3 or 4 on the play. So
it's going to bring up 2nd and 14 from the 29-yard line. As Johnson gets the play, he goes back into the huddle, letting the guys know. Break the huddle. It looks like we are going to go with that heavy-looking package. Yep, we are in that heavy package, so I expect a run play here. Rutherford in motion. Here's the snap. And there was a screen pass to Rutherford all the way that they ate alive.
Yeah, once again, that play again just did not look like it was. It looked like all 11 players just weren't on the same page. Ended up being a screen pass to Rutherford that was well diagnosed, and Johnson was under heavy pressure to begin with. They ran an inside blitz, and he was in Johnson's face at the snap, and then Johnson was able to get it to Rutherford. Rutherford basically did a good job just knocking it down to avoid. If he catches the ball, it's another 5-yard loss. So he just knocked it down.
It's going to be 5 wide, 3rd and 14. And keep in motion. Looks like we are going to have a timeout.
Yeah, Hamilton calls timeout.
They did not like what they saw, but we are going to take a short break. We'll be back on the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning More Coleman. To the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. Once again, after the timeout and the guys get back on the field, it's going to be 3rd and 14 from the 29-yard line, as Good Hope has to get to the 43 to get a first down. I'm sure we're going to go back to that 5-wide formation with Johnson by himself in the backfield. Yep, that looks like what we're going to do.
Yeah, we just need to make sure our offensive line recognizes the middle linebacker, because the last 2 plays he's come on an absolute stinger blitz. And the first play came through untouched. So let's see what happens here as we bring Keith in motion.
He's going to go back. Here's a snap. And we got a flag on the field.
Yeah, it looks like a right tackle moved early, so it's going to be another 5 yards tacked on. Once again, some of those mistakes you just can't have at this point.
This is a 3rd and 19, and I think this is the furthest we've been back all year on a snap.
I just wonder if we're just telling Parker in this case, hey, throw it up for Rutherford and see if he can go get it.
I wouldn't mind it. He can.
Absolutely can. And if you turn it over, it's just as good as a punt.
It's just an arm punt.
Yeah.
Honestly, look for Screws as well with his size. Here we go. Here's a snap. It's just going to be quarterback run all the way, and there's already a flag on the field. Yep, it's another false start.
Yep. Well, actually, it wasn't a false start. This officiating crew just blew this call. It is against Good Hope, don't get me wrong, but the real call there was we sent 2 men in motion.
And neither one of them set.
And we weren't set. It is a correct call. But they blew the play dead, which is actually a favor to us. I'll take that. So it's now going to be 3rd and about 24. Yep. We were going to run just a quarterback draw there. I don't want to say a give-up play, but that's what it reminds me of.
So this will just be a handoff.
Yeah, this is going to be just a handoff up the middle to Drake, I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness.
And we moved again.
This is, my goodness.
That's 3 straight penalties.
This has been a problem all year. If y'all don't remember, we had 9 offensive line penalties in the first half at Fultondale. Something about being on the road, we have a hard time. And it's not like Fultondale was even loud.
Yeah, we're losing a little bit of composure here.
I mean, this is 3rd and 29 now.
And once again, we're going to bring, we're bringing a different, we're bringing just a different grouping in now. We're just, this will be a handoff up the middle. Let's see if we can, get 5, 6, 7 yards. And I'm sure Hamilton's recognizing that. Once again, we've got to maintain some composure here. It is literally 3rd and 29 for the Raiders.
I don't know what's going on, but Coach Scott is saying something. So here we are. Once again, 3rd and 29. Here's a snap. It's just going to be a handoff up the middle, and Mason Drake is going to try to look to find something, but he can't. Being brought down as soon as it's snapped.
Yeah, and Hamilton's got all the momentum right now after that long touchdown drive. And then unfortunately for us, we come in and we just do not do a good job of focusing on offense there. And I'm really hoping that we can get this punt to at least where the first down marker is. We need to, with 6.5 or 7 minutes left in the second quarter, we need to try to gain some momentum back.
Here's the snap. Rutherford's got the time. He boots it. It's not that good of a punt.
It's not a good punt, and they're going to have excellent field position around the 25 or so. So it puts our defense in a not great position. Once again, it's going to be up to this defense. All right, defense, you've proved it all year. Let's do it again. Looks like they marked it at the 33. My apologies. So it'll be Hamilton 1st and 10 from the Good Hope 33 to start this drive.
And that's where they'll set shop to start, and they'll bring their star quarterback out.
Don't be shocked if they don't take a shot deep for the end zone right here.
It would not surprise me not one bit if they don't go shot first play, but here we are, Holloway in the backfield, and his running back jumped early. Yep.
All right, they jumped early. I was wondering if they saw it or not, but I did see the flag come out. So that'll back them up.
That's good.
Hey, let them make them, kind of like we talked about, what Hamilton just did to us. They let us make mistakes. It's now time to let them make some mistakes. Once again, don't let anybody behind you. Cover what's in front of you. Tackle well, and do not let number 2 outside the pocket. Make him throw the ball.
It's going to be 1st and 15 from the 38-yard line. Your score here, 14-14. Tie ball game, 6.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. As they get up to the line quick, Holloway talking to his offensive line. Harris is to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Harris up the middle all the way, and he's got a burst of speed, but Braden Kofer grabbed him by the leg. He's going to bring him down at the 30-yard line. That's going to be good for 7 yards. That's going to bring him 2nd and 8.
Yeah,
that could have got bad if Braden Kofer didn't get his leg.
Kofer probably just saved a touchdown there because they opened up a hole in the middle, and I was fooled. I didn't think they'd run the ball up the middle like they did, and Braden Kofer, a good saving tackle there. 2nd and 8 for the Aggies.
Here's the snap. They're just going to quarterback keeper right here. He's going to make a couple guys miss, and he's gone. Oh, no. Oh. Kane Anderson brought him down, but not after he gets up to the 5-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan's first down. Actually brought down at the 6. He's trying to get to the line quick. He's saying, hey, we see something that we like here.
He ran a zone read, and we just, that time, unfortunately, we were there. We just didn't tackle.
Here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. He's going to bulldoze his way. Yeah, he's going to get met by a couple guys. I see Mason Drake and Caden Collins meeting him, but he's up to the 2-yard line. Listen, we all know Good Hope's really good on the goal line, but this is an offense right here. This is going to be a tough one right here.
Yeah, once again, when you have the weapons that they have, you have 5 senior offensive linemen, you cannot make mistakes. You have to fill your gaps. You have to play your disciplines, or they'll take advantage of it.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Harris up the middle. He got met immediately. He's going to be stopped short.
That's going to bring up third and goal from about the 1. And he, what was interesting there, Tony? He did what Holloway did the last time.
He tried to
dive and met two Raiders there and wasn't even close. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 1.
I 100% expect Holloway to keep this right here and get in the end zone if he can. But as the clock hits below 5 minutes, it's going to be 14-14. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. They're in the shotgun. Holloway, here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. He just jumped over the line. He got flipped. He fumbled. They're calling touchdown.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
We got pushing and shoving. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Mason Drake's got to calm down.
Yeah, what happened, Holloway faked it on the zone read. He went up the middle. He tried to jump over, and we met him. He fumbled the ball going across, and they said he crossed the plane. I am not 100% sure he crossed the plane.
They give him. We don't have the best angle here.
Granted, and I'd like to talk to our coaches about that. But then after the play, the Hamilton player just takes Mason Drake and threw him across the field, which is a feat in itself.
Which we haven't actually got an official call yet. They got a 4th down marker, but that could be an extra point. No, they got the kicker out there, so I'm guessing they did call touchdown.
Yeah, we'll take it on the kickoff, make them kick it from their own 25 to give us better field position. Now, the problem is their kicker can probably still hit the end zone from the 25.
Which he hasn't tried yet.
No, he's pooched a couple of them. I'm not sure what the Hamilton coach is arguing here.
I mean, their guy literally had Mason Drake in a chokehold and
that's pretty odd. Unless he threw him out of the game, which would be warranted in that case, because that was pretty obvious. Like you said, he had Drake in a chokehold and just threw him 10 yards. Not 10, of course, but that was very flagrant and just, you don't need to see that kind of thing in a high school football game.
And here's the extra point. Snap down, hold, good, kick is up, and it's good.
So with 4:43 remaining in the first half, Hamilton now goes on top 21-14. We've had a couple of busted plays on their offense. Holloway is doing Holloway things. The things that they're doing are correctable on our end. Now here's where we need to tighten up. We need to tighten up on offense. The beauty of this is there is enough time for us to drive, plus they're going to get a kickoff penalty, and we're going to get excellent field position. We get the ball to start the second half. So we need to do a 2-for-1 right here. We need to get the ball, we need to drive down, score to tie it, and then come out in the second half, go down, and go up. We've got to get the momentum back in this game. Hamilton has all the momentum right now.
Once again, your score here, Hamilton is up 21-14 over the good over Raider. Listen, I don't even want to talk about it, man. I am stressed over here. I'm sure my face is red. My blood pressure's through the roof right now. I'm 21 years old, already having blood pressure problems because of Good Hope High School football.
Yeah, once again, Hamilton will be kicking off from the 25 after the penalty was assessed. Once again, like we were talking about, this is a very important drive for the Raiders.
He is backing up deep, so I'm expecting him to boot this thing.
We need to take this ball, drive down, and score.
Yeah, he booted it. But that's going to give Rutherford a chance. He receives it.
From the 25.
He's got a hole up the middle. Oh, he bounces outside. He's looking to get around right edge. He gets it past the 50-yard line up to the 47. That's where they're going to spot him. Good Hope in Hamilton territory to start this drive. We got to score here.
Yeah, and here's the deal. We've got 4 and some change left in the first half. We've got the ball on the plus 47-yard line. We get the ball to start the second half. Let's run a 2-for-1 right here. Let's get our offense back together. Let's drive this ball down. Let's eat some time and score, and then come out in the second half and do it again.
Here we are. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his left. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got a lot of room. He's going to bounce back outside. He breaks a tackle. He's just going to get out of bounds, but not after he gets up to the 34-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders.
Very smart play by Parker Johnson. He could have tried to get a couple extra yards, but he would have gotten hit, and there's just no reason to. He's on the sideline. Go ahead and step out of bounds. Good play by Parker Johnson there for the gain of 13 yards.
That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Your Good Hope Raiders look to score here as they are down 21-14. Here's the snap. It's going to be, once again, a quarterback keeper up the middle. He's just going to get down.
Yeah, that time he, once again, a smart play by Parker. He was going to get hit. He did pick up a yard, so 2nd and 9. But he
got down as quick as he could. He was hoping maybe their linebacker would hit him after he slid.
Yeah, I mean, it was once again a smart play by Parker. He was facing 2 linemen there, and he just said, okay, you win. Y'all played defense really well this time.
You're a lot bigger than I am, guys.
They didn't fall for the zone read that time. eventually we're going to hand that ball to Drake, and he's going to get around the edge.
See, they're blocking for the quarterback keeper right now. They're not blocking for this. Here's a snap. It's going to be a fake. He's looking down the middle. He's got Drake open in the flat. Drake sidesteps a tackle. Oh, that's a flag. That's going to be 15 more for your good operators. But that's good for a Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down as he gets up to
and I apologize for
17
for hollering there. Once again, another late hit by Hamilton. This Drake was 5 yards out of bounds. And
maybe this is what Screws and Coach Scott was talking about before the game about Hamilton just not being disciplined. This is the second time that they have had a after-the-play penalty that is going to cost him 30 yards.
Well, this one's going to only be half. Yeah, it's going to put it on about the 8-yard line.
But that, right at the 8-yard line.
But first and goal
from the 8. We got to get in the end zone here.
Once again, very undisciplined play, like you called, from Hamilton. Just not a good decision by the Hamilton defender there.
There we go. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his right. Here's the snap. It's just going to be quarterback keeper all the way. He's trying to follow his blockers. He's driving his legs. And he's going to get up to around the 5, maybe the 4-yard line.
And that's okay. Let's take some extra time off the clock. We don't have to score right now. Let's drain some of this clock. That way we don't leave them with a lot of time. We can play some prevent defense. Once again, second down and goal for the Raiders from about the 6, it looks like.
Here we go. Johnson in the back foot. Here's the snap. He's going to hand off to Drake up the middle. He's got a bunch of room. He's going to drive his way forward. He's only going to get up to around the 4-yard line, though. Big play. Third and goal from the 4-yard line. We've got to find the end zone. I'm sure this is 4-down territory.
Well, this is the play we need to go ahead and score on. I thought Drake had a bigger hole, but it closed up pretty quick. I thought he was going to score, but wow, good defense by the Aggies there.
Here we go. We're still in that heavy package.
Carson Hollis in the backfield.
And we've got something. They're saying somebody's got to get off the field. Who is it? It looks like Braden Kofer. I don't know what exactly.
I'm not sure what all that. The side judge just came up and pulled Braden Kofer off the field. And Coach Scott, once again, letting that official have it. I'm not sure what the issue was.
I don't either, but we're still in this heavy package. Hollis right behind the right tackle. Here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback keeper up the middle. Now, here's some flag. Maybe a flag? I don't know. A bunch of whistles are being blown. Yep, we got a flag somewhere, and it's going to be a false start.
False start against us. And once again, that's just not good timing. That's a killer there. It's going to bring up third and goal from about the 9 now. And
now you're pretty much in a passing situation.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I didn't see who it was on.
Of course, we don't get a number or anything.
Yeah,
we just get a false start
the far side official on the Hamilton sidelines when it threw that, so it had to be somebody on that side.
I'm wondering if this is going to be a fade ball in the end zone to Carter Rutherford. They do have a safety high.
Yeah, they got a safety high, and we're bringing Rutherford in motion.
Here's the snap. And Johnson.
We got another flag down.
Oh, and it looked like it almost got picked off.
We got another flag down. Oh, no, I guess there wasn't a flag. I thought I saw one flying through the air. But once again, Johnson.
Goal from the 9-yard line. Johnson just trying to go to his right. Once again, a left-handed quarterback. Just something you don't really see often is left-handed quarterbacks going right, but he was trying to make a play going right, and actually the ball got hit, or his arm got hit trying to go forward with
it. Play the game right here for right now. Fourth and goal from the 9 for the Raiders.
Here's the snap. As we're looking in the end zone, he's looking deep. Rutherford in the corner. And it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I think Parker put probably a little bit too much air on that one. It was placed well, but he gave the defender time to get back in coverage on Rutherford.
The only thing that scares me, man, is this Hamilton offense has looked good, and they've got 2 minutes to get down the field, and they got a kicker with a leg on him.
Yeah, they'll take over from their own 9. Once again, you just cannot let anything behind you if you're the Good Hope defense. That was a missed opportunity for the Raiders. That false start just absolutely just crushed us.
Which I don't know if we'd have gotten the end zone on the quarterback sneak anyways, but it would have been maybe fourth and goal from the 2. We could have easily got 2 yards, but now the false start brings us back, and then we have to take a shot to the end zone twice, and 2 incomplete passes, and now Hamilton's got the ball up 7. Here's a snap. Holloway looking to his right. He's got all day back there. We've got to get some pressure. He's got a man downfield. Tucker Key with an interception. There he goes down the sideline. He's going to get it up to the 35-yard line. That is huge. As we got 2 players out here fighting this is getting out of hand. There's 2 late flags.
Yeah, there was Collins blocking out of bounds, and I guess they're going to get Collins on a late hit. And then there is a second flag down. A great interception by Tucker Keefe and a really nice return to the 35. Now, the question is, are they going to offset the penalty on the sideline, and what is the second flag?
I see Tristan Grun coming off the sideline shaking his fist, so I'm expecting we have the ball.
Oh, no, it'll be post turnover. It will be our ball.
I just don't know when that other flag came in. That was what bothered me. We're going backwards, it seems like.
Yeah, they're going to get the one on 22 Collins for the out of bounds play.
I'm thinking the other one may have been a blindside block. I could be wrong. Of course, we have not been told anything.
Yeah, personal foul was called on us, so we're going to back up 15. That'll put us at midfield with $1:46 remaining in the first half.
That is huge, though. The interception gets us the ball back.
Hey, absolutely. And it keeps the ball out of Holloway's hands.
He had all day back there in that
But pocket. He got greedy. That's what we talked about. If you make him make decisions, that's what happens.
Great coverage all the way down.
We had great
that
coverage.
Guy was not open.
No, we had 2 people on him, and Tucker Keefe made a very easy interception and made a great return on it.
But here we are, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Your Get Up Raiders look to try to get in the end zone before halftime. They do get the ball after half, so this would be huge. We got all 3 timeouts as well. Here's the snap. He's got to look out. He just got hammered.
Yeah, we lost containment on the defensive end there. That's the second time tonight that 21's gotten around the edge, and that's going to be a 10-yard loss.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 20 from the 40-yard line. We don't plan to call a timeout, so I'm guessing we're just going to let this roll.
We may just be satisfied knowing that we get the ball coming out of the half. Go ahead and let's just stop the bleeding here, because once again our offense is just discombobulated, for lack of better phrasing. I mean, we just don't look like the normal Good Hope Raider offense right now.
But here we are, Johnson in the backfield. It looks like Scrooge is going to come in as a blocking tight end. Maybe Nope is up on the line as a receiver. Drake to his right. Keith comes in motion. Here comes Rutherford in motion, and he goes back out. And the screen pass to the other side. Drake picks it up at the 40, and he's not going to get much.
Once again, they're all over that screen pass, and they are diagnosing everything we're doing right now. Once again, they got good pressure. Johnson had to sidestep, put him behind, and then unfortunately Drake just had no chance once he caught the ball.
I'm actually surprised that Hamilton is not calling a timeout here. Maybe we could get the ball before halftime.
I agree with you. If I'm Hamilton, why not use the timeout?
We're in a 5 wide. This may just be a quarterback draw up the middle, but knowing Coach Scott, he might try to take a shot here to see maybe if we can get something before halftime. Here we go, and that ball almost got intercepted. It got tipped, and number 2, Holloway, almost had it. But if you see, that stops the clock. They got 12 seconds to try to do something with it.
Yeah, I know Mason Holloway wants that one back because they hit him right in the hands, and he had nothing but green grass in front of him.
Mason Drake was the intended target, and it got tipped before it ever got to him, and it fell right in Holloway's hands. He just missed it.
So Rutherford will be back to punt. Once again, we just need to weather this storm, get into the halftime.
Here's the snap. It's going to be dropped down and punted.
That's a good punt.
And it's going to take a good old bounce up to the 22. And with 5 seconds left on the clock, I'm sure they might just come out and knee it, but you never know. They might come out and try to bomb this thing.
Well, and if you're Coach Scott here, you're telling your kids, hey,
line up at the 40-yard line and do not let anything past you.
Yeah. And I think that's what they're calling down on the field right now. Hey, get back. You know, and like you said, Hamilton's got to be feeling good right now. They're up 21-14. They've scored the last 14 points and have really controlled the second quarter. I mean, the second quarter has been completely controlled by Hamilton after we controlled the first quarter. So we got to get in, make some adjustments, especially on the offense. So they're going to come out with 5 wide or 3 wide at least.
And it don't look like they're kneeing the ball. So if you say back up, back up.
It may just be a Harris up the middle.
It could be, but you still need to back up.
Yeah, I think they're just going to run it up the middle here.
Yep, Harris up the middle. And he got popped. He also got popped. Oh, he fumbled. But
yeah, they
recovered it.
Yeah, and that's
Hayden Merchant is going to pick it up. That's going to get to halftime. Your Good Hope Raiders trail, guys, to the Hamilton Aggies 21-14. As we go into halftime, Good Hope does get the ball coming out of half. Man, my blood pressure's high right now. Tyson?
Well, this is everything we thought it would be.
This is a war. They said, and on the field. Listen, I expect this Good Hope defense to come out a lot better in the second half. Coach Scott's about to give them an earful. Guys, I would not want to be a fly on the wall in that locker room right now.
Well, and once again, a lot of the things that we've done tonight to get us down 21-14 are self-inflicted.
Yep.
You know, we give up on the first drive of the game. We give up a 50-yard pass play where we lose a receiver, and he's 10 yards behind the defense. Okay, we fixed that. That hadn't happened again. Now the problem is we're letting Holloway
use his legs too much.
Do what he does when in reality what we need to do is contain him and make him throw the ball. He's now breaking the pocket and just making explosive run after explosive run. Has he thrown some decent passes? Sure. Has he missed? Absolutely.
Yeah,
he threw the one interception. So,
and offensively, we just haven't looked like Good Hope offense all year. We've just been dominant, and that's to be granted.
And once again, Hamilton looks like they made one key adjustment after the first two drives that we had is they started run blitzing every down. They're daring us to throw the ball,
and we're going to have to.
And they're saying, okay, our defense will get to Johnson before Johnson can get rid of the ball. And right now they're winning that battle. Do we need to keep a Tucker Screws in? Do we need to keep
Drake in the backfield to block? I mean, it's got to be something. We're sending Drake on
or maybe Carson Hollis and let Drake still go out in the pattern. But we need to get a little bit more protection for Johnson when he backs up to throw. There's been, like I said, a couple of plays tonight where as soon as he's getting the ball, he's got a defender right in his face. So, that's what we need to look at.
Well, as we get here, 21-14, as our good band is getting ready on the field, Tyson, listen, in the second half, something that's, like we talked about, some things have got to change, but at the same time, it's like, how much can you change? Because, our defense, like you said, self-inflicted wounds, with the 50-yard touchdown pass, and then, but offensively, it's just, man, the offensive line that's something that has to be fixed. We've talked about this. I told you at the Fultondale game, as we had 9 first-half penalties, I said later on in the year, this will hurt us if we don't fix this now. And as we've seen, we played at Addison. We had 7 offensive line penalties there. We had, I think 2 or 3 last week. It's just, 2 or 3 is not bad, but 7 and 9, 9 in the first half at Fultondale.
Well, here's where they're hurting us tonight. They are coming at the worst time. Now, on the other side, flip side of the coin, Hamilton's had a couple of big penalties on big plays also.
Yes. The 55-yard rush by Holloway got brought back for a holding. So it's like both teams are shooting themselves in the foot. It's just, we are not taking advantage of this. We've got to... And
I think that's what you're going to hear Coach Scott say at the half is, okay, that's probably, besides the Fultondale first half, because that's the worst I've seen our team play in years, and we were still up 42-0. But in this game, this is a far better opponent. You cannot make the mental mistakes, or this is the team capable of making you pay for them, and right now they are. So Coach Scott is probably saying, look, we're going to get the ball in the second half. We're going to have to go down and score, and then let our defense work on Holloway in his game. Once again, I still feel really good if we can get those few issues worked out. Our defense, I feel like, will get the issues worked out. The offense, we'll see. That fourth down play with 2 minutes remaining in the first half, where we end up being 4th and goal from the 9. We really needed to score there.
I don't think he put too much on it. I think Rutherford, he just didn't see the safety coming over to Rutherford. Now, that's something you've got to bring Rutherford back to the ball. You can't put him into the farthest part of the end zone. You got to make him come back and make that play there. But just a mistake that we couldn't, catch up on there.
Well, and once again, that was all due to a false start penalty.
Yeah.
Like you said, on that play, maybe Johnson doesn't score, but he's at least around the 2-yard line.
And I have a better faith in us getting 2 yards than I do 9 yards.
Fourth and goal from the 2 is a lot different than fourth and goal from the 9.
The thing that surprised me the most is we're at the 9-yard line. They're in pass defense. Why not just run it up the middle? If you know you're going for it on fourth down, just run it up the middle and try to get closer to the end zone. But, well, we are, as we got 15 minutes left here at halftime, we're going to take a break and pay some bills as we need to go down and, you do our thing, use the bathroom and whatever. So, but once again, we are going to take a break here on the Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. We'll be back.
Hey, Coleman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. Buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Coleman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Call the pros at Odin's Auto Glass in Coleman. From chips to full replacements, Odin's gets you back on the road fast. With honest prices, top quality glass, and service you can trust. Locally owned, family run, and proud to serve Coleman and North Alabama for over 40 years. Odin's Auto Glass, where safety meets service. You can call 256-734-2800 or stop by their location on Highway 31 North in Coleman. Odin's Auto Glass. We'll see you through it. Proud sponsors of the Coleman County Sports Network.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service. Hey, Coleman fans, when it's game time, it's pizza time, and nobody brings the flavor like Pasquale's Pizza, a Coleman tradition with the original recipe since 1968. We're talking fresh, made from scratch dough, zesty signature sauce, and a mountain of melty cheese. Still made with the same recipe you've loved for over 55 years. You can dine in or carry out and taste the hometown tradition that's been winning since day one. Pasquale's Pizza, a Coleman tradition, and still making it the way we used to, because that's how Coleman likes it.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook. Securing a home loan, you want someone who knows the ropes and can guide you every step of the way. That's where Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage comes in.
I'm Josh Phillips with Maven Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920. And whether it's your first time buying a home or your fifth time, we'd love the opportunity to serve you and your family in all your home financing needs.
Josh Phillips and Maven Mortgage. Their name says it all. Experience you can trust. Knowledge that works for you. With one phone call, you can take the next step toward your dream home with Josh Phillips of Maven Mortgage. Your home, your future. Josh Phillips at Maven Mortgage. 256-338-2920. 256-338-2920. NMLS number 338177.
Looking to buy or sell your home? You can trust a team that treats you like family.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty, a husband and wife real estate duo with deep roots and unmatched knowledge of the market.
We know every corner, every neighborhood, and what it takes to get you the best deal.
And our top priority, you. From your first showing to final closing, we're by your side every step of the way. Because when you work with us, you're not just a client, you're family. We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at SR4 Realty. Real estate with heart, hustle, and hometown care.
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram at the Warhurst Team Realtors.
Are you looking for a reliable ride at the lowest prices in town with financing? PNC Auto has you covered. Finance options for all credit types, good, bad, or ugly. Plus, a free vehicle report is available for each listing. You can get pre-qualified today online at mypcauto.com. And they offer a free 90-day powertrain warranty or free maintenance for a year. No, we're not kidding. Chad Johnson and Paul Carpenter are ready to help you drive away happy today. Chad is available at 256-493-2491, or Paul can be reached at 256-339-9932. PNC Auto on Highway 278 just past the Methodist Church, or online at mypcauto.com.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Powering the good life. That's what Coleman Electric Cooperative does. Reliable, affordable electricity to keep your home running and Sprout Fiber Internet to keep you connected with blazing fast Wi-Fi for home, school, and work. They are proud to support the student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who bring energy and pride to our community every single day. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet. Powering the good life.
welcome back to the Good Hope Radio Sports Network. I don't know how long we've been live for, Tyson, but we've been live. But as Tyson already, I'm sure you just heard him. Coleman's up 30-0 at halftime against Columbia.
Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard.
If you want to, you can go ahead and bring that up and give us a full scoreboard update, because we couldn't do that earlier as we were trying to do it before the second quarter.
I didn't know we were on the air.
I tried to set up enough ads to get us through almost all of halftime. Well, the ads only run 17 to 15 seconds most times, and then some's like a minute. So at the end of the day, we good.
Well, once again, catching up everybody on the Odin's Big Glass scoreboard. Once again, at the half, Coleman is up 30-0 on Columbia. That will be Columbia's 98th consecutive loss coming. And the third quarter, the Fairview Aggies are up 14-3 on the Priceville Tigers. Priceville Bulldogs. In the third quarter, West Point and East Limestone are scoreless. Still scoreless. In the third quarter, Gordo 13, the Biden Eagles 7. Once again here at Hamilton, our game that we have. Hamilton up on your Good Hope Raiders, 21-14. And here is a shocker. At the half, Hanceville 20, Midfield 16.
Look at Hanceville.
I'm just hoping they can hold on. They need something good to happen. Well, Tony, let's do a little recap. Once again, it was not our finest first half. It started off fine. I will also say I was able to get some explanation on the kickoff where it looked like Cody Stevens called for a fair catch and was absolutely leveled by a Hamilton guy. The explanation given to Coach Scott was that Stevens did not have his hand high enough. Which
my thing is, though, about that is I get it. Maybe he didn't have his hand high enough, but if you're going to call the play dead and then let somebody hit him afterwards,
you are 100% correct. And that's what, because if you remember, Tony, when it happened live, you and I both were like, okay, fair catch. We saw it up here. How did the man standing right beside him not see it? All right. Now, is that play indicative of the first half? No. Yeah, you're correct. No, it is not. Here's what we need to do. Here's what we need to clean up on offense. The offensive line has got to do a better job. They've got to pick out who the free rushers are, pick them up. Maybe we hold a running back or, like you said, an H-back to help to give Parker some time. Johnson has not had any time. He has on a couple of passes, but for the most part, he's been running pretty hard. Clean up the penalties. Once again, the penalty fairy has come to visit Good Hope and has brought all of her flags tonight. We have to avoid any more costly penalties. Luckily, we have not turned the ball over. This game would be pretty ugly right now if we had. On defense, Tony, and you and I will both agree with this, on defense, we've actually done a really good job. Hamilton averages over 47 points a game. We gave up 21 in the first half. One was that fluke. It wasn't a fluke. We just had a busted coverage on a 50-yard touchdown pass where the receiver just got behind our defense and we just had no chance. They've had 2 long drives. That's what we want. We want them to drive the ball.
We're going to have to make them make a mistake.
Correct.
And making them drive the ball like that will wear them out. That's something they're not used to. If we wear them out, we can easily they'll start giving up sooner closer to the goal line. But at the same time, we also have to, we got our offense has got to do better of trying to get in the end zone. We've had some penalties, like you said, that's brought us back. But also it's just, our offense just is just out of whack tonight.
Out of whack is a real good way of putting that.
Because our offense, we're used to seeing hand off to Drake, down the field touchdown. That's what we saw in the first drive.
Yeah, and Mason Drake has both touchdowns, one on a long run and one on a long pass. That pass was about a 75, 76-yard pass.
76 yards.
So
the run was 43.
The beauty is we do get the ball to start the second half. That's why that was crucial that we scored at the end of the first half, but unfortunately we had another penalty that hurt us, and we were not able to score. Now, here's the thing. The Hamilton crowd here on senior night is into this game. They smell it. They can smell a victory. We have to come in this second half and shut them down right now. We need to take this kickoff, drive it down, score, and then hold them, and it'll take the crowd out of the game. They'll be like, uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, no, this good up defense has woke up now. But like you said, it all starts with this drive right here.
Agreed. We need to establish our offense back on this drive. Even if we don't score, we cannot go 3 and out. The last 3 drives we had the ball, we went 3 and out all 3 times. So we've got to establish some kind of an offense.
As Madrano lines the ball up at the 40-yard line, and we're getting ready for the second half here. As he backs up.
And Tony, I'm real interested in their philosophy on kickoffs. Madrano can absolutely boot the ball, but he all 4 times.
I would expect it. Honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't expect a little pooch kick to try to get the ball back. But we'll see what he does here. There it is, just a little pooch kick again. Aiden Young had a chance to fair catch it. He dropped it, but he falls down on it. We'll start with the offense at the 32-yard line as we are working right to left here as Good Hope starts with the ball.
I like it. Now, I didn't like that Aiden dropped the ball, but
it was a little lower than he expected.
He immediately fell on it. That way he doesn't compound the mistake. He's there. So we have offense starting at the 32, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, the 30. Well, yeah, right at the 32.
All right, so let's see what happens here. Once again, clean up the mistakes.
We're going to start out with this heavy package with Drake to Parker's left. Here's the snap. It's just going to be quarterback run up the middle. And they're smelling that out easily. He's going to get nothing.
Yeah, number 19 on the play there for the Aggies.
Xavier Hall. He has been in the backfield all night. He's the one kid that I see every time getting up, throwing his hands up, getting high, trying to get the crowd into it. We got to somehow try to find a way to run away from that kid.
Yeah, no gain on the play from Parker that time. Once again, like we talked about at the end of the first half, they are selling out on the run. Yes. They are run blitzing every down.
And Rutherford in motion, and we jump.
And this one's going to be on the left side. And the argument here by the Good Hope team is that the Hamilton defensive lineman jumped, causing him to move. It's not going to work. It's going against us. And once again, that's a mistake we just cannot have. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 15 now.
Once again, just a penalty that's hurting us. I mean, it's just...
That was on the left tackle. So now 2nd and 15.
It's going to be 2nd and 15 from the 26-yard line. We've got to get up to the 42 or 41 to get a first down. So here we go. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Rutherford. And he's going to bounce outside. He found a hole. Jukes inside. He tried to break another tackle, but he rolls forward up to the 38-yard line. He's going to be down a little short of the first down, but that sets up a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, nice little, that's called a pop pass. That actually goes down as a pass to Rutherford. Yeah. So it's going to bring up a very manageable, like you said, 3rd and 4.
Well, they're going to give it 3rd and 3. I thought it was closer. Anyways, big pickup. What we needed right there. We got to find a way to get this first down here.
Yeah, we have to get a first down here, and don't be surprised if we don't that we go for it, because we've got to get the momentum back.
Here's a snap, and it's going to be quarterback keeper up the middle. He's going to have enough for the first down. Hollis. Oh my goodness, he jukes inside. There he goes. He's going to be brought down, but not after a huge gain up to the 38-yard line, excuse me.
All right, that was all Parker Johnson there. That was a designed run. Parker Johnson found the hole and made a couple of guys miss, especially...
Huge pancake block from Carson Hollis right there that set up that long run.
So it's now first down and 10 for the Raiders from the Hamilton 38-yard line.
That's good for Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan's first down, but here we go. First down. Here's a snap. Here's the handoff to Drake up the middle. Oh, my goodness, he got popped.
Yeah, that's number 10.
And we got people pushing and shoving. Helmet come flying off that play. Man, this is getting out of hand a little bit when it comes to...
Yeah, you're going to have 2 players have to go off. Number 70 for the Aggies is going to have to go off. And I believe that's Carter. Well,
no, he was fixing something in his helmet.
Oh, okay. His helmet did not come off.
No.
Okay. Number 70 for Hamilton did come off. So he is out of the game.
His come off with a little help from Tristan Grun, but that's another story for another time.
2nd and 9 from the 37.
And Johnson trying to get the players ready. He's in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's the snap. He's going to draw back the pass. And he's got Drake on the flats. He's going up the sideline. He's going to juke back inside. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 24-yard line. But that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for your Good Hope Raiders.
That was a great play by Parker Johnson. He was under a little bit of duress. He sidestepped and moved left, and being the left-handed quarterback, was able to square his shoulders and hit Drake in the flat, and Drake did the rest.
Well, here we are, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. We're going to go to that heavy package again. Here's a snap. Drake. No. Parker Johnson up the middle, but he's not going to get much. This play is not really doing so well for us, as we only get a gain of 1 there. Maybe right back up to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure. This heavy package is not working out for us tonight.
Yeah, once again, Hamilton, they see that, and they're run blitzing everybody. Hopefully we've got maybe some kind of play to set up, to pull that ball and go over the top, because they are committing all 11 players to the line of scrimmage on that set.
Here we are, back in that heavy package, so we got 2 receivers down here. Johnson, snap, handoff to Drake up the middle. He found a hole, but he's going to get up to the 19-yard line after a gain of maybe 3. He's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That was a great tackle by number 10 for Hamilton there. He, a good open field tackle.
Camden Robinson was the player there.
He hasn't missed tonight.
We've got to get a first down here. I'm sure this is 4 down territory for Good Hope.
3rd and 6.
Here we are, ball spotted at the 19-yard line. Johnson in the backfield, Drake to his right. And here's the snap. And it's a quick out route to Aiden Young. I think he has enough for the first down. They're going to call him down at the 13-yard line. I don't know what we had to get get the first.
That's awfully close. And they're going to mark it a little short. I want to see if Coach Scott's going to ask for a measurement here.
There's laundry on the field. And it looks like it's going against us.
Illegal man downfield.
An eligible receiver downfield. I don't see how you had enough time to get a player downfield far enough.
Once again, that's a 5-yard penalty. Luckily, it's not a loss of down, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 11 or 12. That's just another play that we just can't have. We've got it 4th and inches, and now it goes back to 3rd and 11.
From the 24-yard line. Man, I don't understand that one.
The only thing I can figure is maybe one of the receivers was covered up and took off on a route. Because you're right, he did not have time for any lineman to get downfield, so it had to be an ineligible receiver, or one of the wideouts was ineligible due to the way they lined up.
Here we go, 3rd and 11, ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Got to get to the 13 for a first down. Here's the snap. And he's looking downfield. And he just, threw it straight to the Hamilton guy. And he's going to be brought down.
As number 19.
He was looking for Tucker Screws up the middle and underthrew him by 7 yards and threw it straight to him.
That was just not a good pass. Parker, he never set his feet and he threw off his back foot and just threw it right to the numbers of number 19 for Hamilton. So for the second time tonight, we drive deep inside Hamilton territory and come away with nothing. And you just gotta say you just cannot have these things happen in a big region game, in a top 10 game.
The defense has got to get off the field here.
Yeah, the defense needs to make a stop right here.
And Holloway in the backfield, Harris to his left or right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Harris. And he's going up the middle, broke a tackle. And he's going to get up to the 44-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for Hamilton.
And you just cannot have that. They already have the momentum, and now we turn the ball over deep in their territory, and you have to shut them down. You cannot let them break out here. At this point, we have to stop them, and let's get a 4 now because they did get a first down there.
Snap. There's a handoff up the middle to Harris. He's going to be met pretty quickly. He's going to get a gain of 3. That's up to the 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Drake stepped in and made that tackle. Once again, Harris went looking for him again. And to be honest, he probably got the better of Drake on that play.
21-14. Hamilton leads Good Hope. 6 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the middle. No, but the quarterback keeper, it's going to be a pass out wide.
Yeah, that's what we call an RPO.
They gave him a very favorable spot. He was clearly down at the opposite 47, but they're going to give him up to the opposite 45, and that's going to be good for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down for Hamilton.
Yeah, what happened there, we actually had that play diagnosed. It was an RPO. He faked the handoff up to Harris up the middle and then took off around the end. We had the containment on him, and he just kind of floated it over the defender's head to an open receiver.
There we go, Holloway in the backfield, man in motion, and we got a false start.
Yeah, they're going to get that on the closest receiver on the Good Hope sideline, number 11.
He shook his head yes, like, hey, I made the mistake.
Yeah, he's
going to back him back up to midfield. That's going to bring up 1st and 15. That's huge for Good Hope. You gotta bring it. Yeah, you gotta get the ball out of their hands.
Yeah, at this point, you cannot give up another score. With the way our offense is struggling right now, and the way Hamilton is moving the ball, we need to stop them right here.
In motion. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. Tyler Bird made him immediately, but misses tackle. Oh my goodness, we've got him up in the air. Don't drop him on his head.
Yeah, Tyler did a good job there, number 2 for the Raiders.
Slow him down immediately.
Yeah, he slowed him down and let the containment get to him.
He's gonna get 3 yards. It's gonna bring up 2nd and 12, but
good job by number 2, Tyler Bird there. Even though he did not necessarily make the tackle, he absolutely slowed him up and allowed his teammates to come and finish him off.
Here we go, 2nd and 12, ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Holloway in the backfield, Harris to his right, left. And man in motion. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Harris up the middle once again. And where he's going to be up to the 38-yard line where he's going to have, or 37, where he's going to be short of the first down, but
yeah, this will be a big defensive play. Here's what happened there. They ran the motion. We were in man coverage. Our defensive back went with the motion man, and he voided the area where the running back stepped in and was a pretty easy gain.
Here's the handoff, and he's going to have well enough for a first down, but he's going to be brought down by number 16, Kane Anderson, but he's going to have enough for Josh Phillips and Maven Morgan's first down up to the 32-yard line. Yeah. If you're Good Hope, you gotta figure something out. They're running the ball down your throat.
The senior-led offensive line, like I said, all five linemen for Hamilton are all seniors, and they're all pretty big. They're starting to lean on the smaller Good Hope defenders right now.
Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle. He's going to be met pretty quickly, but he's going to get a gain of maybe 3. Bring up 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, Mason Drake and Carson Hollis on that. Hunter Miller on that tackle.
I was about to say, Carson does not play much defense.
Yeah, my bad. That's 27, not 21.
And I see, because I've made that mistake multiple times at home games. I've said Carson Hollis, and it be Hunter Miller. Here we are, 2nd and 7, ball spotted at the 29-yard line. Your score here, 21-14, 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
We have some play clock issues right now, if you'll look. Play clocks are all messed up.
Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle, and oh my goodness, he's going to be brought down by Tyler Bird, but should have been brought down in the backfield, but he's up to the 4-yard line where that's going to bring up 1st and goal for Hamilton.
Yeah, and that's not what we needed there. He got caught in the hole, and then we just didn't tackle it. He bounced it from where he was and had nothing but green grass in front of him and sprinted for about 30 yards.
Holloway got his guys up to the line. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris up the middle, and he's going to be met by Tucker Keith pretty quickly, but he's going to get up to the 2-yard line where it's going to bring up 2nd and goal, as I see number 75 Tristan Grun coming into the game to maybe stop something up the middle.
Yeah, I think Hamilton's saying, hey, Harris, you got us here. You're going to score this. So you sell out to 22 here, and if 2 beat you around the edge, so be it. But I think the Hamilton is saying, all right, 22, you got us here. You're going to get this one in the end zone, because they have gone Harris the whole way on this drive.
There we are. Holloway in the backfield, Harris to his right. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to Harris, and he's just going to walk in easily for a touchdown.
With 3:01 in the third quarter, Hamilton now goes up 27-14 on the Raiders. Once again, that's not what we needed. That was a worst case scenario for Good Hope, to drive the ball down, turn it over deep in their territory, and then let them drive it all the way down, mainly on the legs of Harris.
No, it was Harris all the way. I don't think another player got the ball that possession. Snap is not good. Hold is not very good. The kick is up, and he still managed a way to get it in the end zone. Or in the end zone, in the uprights. I mean, I was expecting us to try to at least block that.
Yeah, I'm actually a little disappointed there. We gave up on the play when we could have easily blocked that one, but we gave up on it. And I guess we thought the play was dead. I guess because our guys just kind of stopped when the ball was fumbled.
And the thing about that is, if the holder fumbles it, you have all game to tackle him.
Absolutely.
So at least dive on him or something. Make it to where the kicker has no chance. I mean, because he stepped up, acted like he was going to quick, and then just stopped and had to just flat foot kick it. Which he's got the leg to do that. He could probably
absolutely.
He could probably do that from 25. But as he gets it in, that's a good play by their kicker. Albeit, but I am disappointed in our guys because we could have easily blocked that.
So let's reset. Here's where we're at, Tony. We cannot afford to not score here.
Oh, we have. Yeah, you got to have 7 here.
We got 3 minutes in the third quarter. You're now down 14.
And in a situation that we haven't been in since Anniston of last year.
Correct. And like you said, Hamilton has all of the momentum. They have it all.
And we're going to call a fair catch, and it's going to be down at the 30-yard line.
Number 4, Aiden Young, yeah.
But as we start with the ball here at what they're going to say, the 29-yard line. Once again, like me and Tyson have emphasized, this is a 7 or go home drive right here. Because momentum is that way.
Yes, I agree.
If we don't get momentum this way, just a little bit, this one can get out of hand real quick.
And like I said, the Hamilton crowd is into this. Their players are into it. Every time they make a tackle, they're getting up and celebrating. We have to be able to shut that down.
And that hand off to Hollis, and man, this just isn't working.
I think that was supposed to be reverse. I really believe that, and we just missed the handoff to Rutherford, and we end up losing another 5 or 6 yards on that play.
This just doesn't look good right now.
This is going to be Witcher's going to have to go away from. You're going to have to see Coach Witcher say, "All right, we got to come up with something different." That these inside runs just aren't working. Like I said, they're run blitzing every play. They are sending 8 players to the line of scrimmage every play. They're daring us to throw the ball.
Here we go. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a quick pass to Tucker Scruggs up the middle. He's going to bulldoze his way up to the 41. That's going to be good for him. Josh Phillips at Maven Morgan, first down.
Yeah, that's a first down, and Tucker Scruggs made number 10 that time pay for it. Now, 10's had a great night. He's going to remember that hit. That play was good for about 17 and a first down. Mavis Morgan's first down.
Here we are. Back in the shotgun formation. Johnson in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be just another quick one to Tucker Scruggs, and he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, we went to the exact same play there.
And it was open.
That little extracurricular activity as one of the Hamilton players absolutely just, I don't want to say he slapped him, but he really took a shot at one of our guys there. And right in front of the official, Coach Scott has lost his mind that there was no flag thrown there. And he actually has good reason. So back to 2nd and 10 now.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a quick pass out here to Rutherford. He's going to have to make a couple guys miss. He's going to find his way down the field. He's up on his feet. There he goes. There's the flag. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Raiders. But there is laundry on the field. And there's no way you bring this play back.
They're going to try to get Tucker Keefe on a hold, but I think,
oh my goodness,
I think that actually should have been a face mask. Coach Scott, again, is letting the official absolutely have it.
Every time we have a green light and something goes good, it gets slammed. The referee's just slamming the brakes on all of our good plays here.
That touchdown will be called back.
be called back.
I'm still not sure what the call is. They called a holding, and that's an absolutely horrendous call.
Coach Scott is not happy. It's going to be second and two.
And by the way, Coach Scott just got a major warning from the officials. And at this point, I don't know what else you're supposed to do if you're Coach Scott. Now, luckily, it's from the spot of the foul. The play still picks up 8 yards. But once again, I'm just not sure what the official's looking at there.
I mean, Carter Rutherford made one heck of a play, stiffed on the guy, got running down the sideline, scored. But, man, I don't know. Here's a snap. Now, this play just already is out of hand. And Rutherford's going to make a huge catch here. That's good for Josh Phillips and maybe Morgan's first down up to the 46-yard lines of Hamilton. That play was out of whack as soon as it started.
Well, the reason is because we were running out of the play clock. Play clock was running down. He snapped it with 1 on the play clock. So that's why it looked that way. But once again, a good job by Rutherford. Good pass by Johnson. It was a little high, but Rutherford did a really nice job of holding on to that ball on the sideline for the Josh Phillips first down.
Here's a snap. And it's going to be quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to be met by one defensive lineman, but he's going to drag another one up to the 41. That's going to be a gain of 5. That's going to be 2nd and 5. We do have to snap the ball one more time before this quarter ends.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Parker Johnson didn't audible that play because it looked like he wanted to go somewhere else, but he just took off up the middle. A very nice play.
Here we are. We got one more snap here in the third quarter. Your score here 28-14. 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's a snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. He's going to spin his way forward. Oh, my goodness. He's still on his feet. He's still going. He's down at the 27-yard line. I want to give a shout out to Braden Cofer. He was being brought down by the safety. Braden Cofer hit the safety and got him off of him.
That was a good block.
That's good for another Josh Phillips.
I wouldn't hate it if we tried to snap it one more time. Go ahead and get an extra play in. We got 15 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 27.
Looks like we're going to try to. There's 10 seconds. We got to go if we're going to do it. Johnson in the backfield. He's looking up at the clock. Here's the snap. We do get it off in time. He's looking for the end zone. Rutherford! Touchdown Raiders! Double covered! Carter Rutherford! Just doing Carter Rutherford things!
What a pass by Parker Johnson. What a catch by Carter Rutherford. And like I said, it would break my heart if they got that play off, and they did, and they scored to cut it to 7 to go to the fourth quarter.
Still got to make the extra point. It's up. It's good. Your score here, 28-21 going into the fourth quarter. It seems like all momentum has shifted after Parker Johnson finds Carter Rutherford on the last play of the third quarter to, double covered at that. Put it in the most perfect window for Carter Rutherford to make that catch.
Give Parker Johnson all the credit for that throw. That was an incredible throw. Great concentration on the backside for Rutherford. And what a great way to end what was a pretty miserable second and third quarter. Now you have the momentum. Let's see the defense go out and stop them like they'd had done to us for the last 2 quarters. And let's have a ball game.
As they get ready, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back on the Get Up Radio Sports Network. Brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman. To the Get Up Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman as we start the fourth quarter. Your score here, 28-21. Good Up still trails, but as you can tell, we are excited because, man, what we just saw was absolutely amazing. Yeah. My partner here said, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing a snap right here, and it was just a little stop-and-go route for Carter Rutherford. Double covered, perfect window by Parker Johnson to get it in there. As we score going into the fourth quarter, it feels like all momentum is shifted, but here we go.
Yeah, now we need to see the defense step up. We're going to onside kick it. And we have the ball. The question is, did we touch it before it went 10 yards? I think we did. we tried a little trickery there, and yeah, we did touch. It only went about 4 yards before we touched it.
It looked like somebody slapped it forward.
Yeah, and once again, you just have to be cognizant. If you're one of the Raiders there, you cannot touch it until it goes 10. So it'll be now. Hamilton's got great field position. I don't hate the idea, but your defense
has to step up
right here.
Way,
you cannot let them have this opportunity.
I'm sure this first play is going to Harris up the middle somehow.
I mean, if it's not broke,
don't fix it.
Exactly.
Here we are. 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for Hamilton. Holloway brings a man in motion. Harris in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's going to be actually a screen pass over to the right. And Rutherford grabs him by the leg. He's going to stop him short of getting back to the first down. It looks like they gave him a favorable spot, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 40.
Yeah, they ran
4-yard line.
They ran the inside zone trap, and they pulled it this time and went to the receiver that was in motion, and nobody for the Raider defense was full. Both Stevens, number 3, and Rutherford, number 0, were there on the tackle. Good tackle by Carter Rutherford. 2nd and 10 from the 44.
Here we go. Holloway in the backfield. Harris to his left. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Harris. He's going to juke inside. He's going to get up to around the 40-yard line. They're going to say the 39. That's going to be a gain of 5.
Ooh, that's a
very favorable spot.
That's a really good spot because his knee hit at the 41, and they give him the 39. But regardless, it's still 3rd and 5.
We got to get off the field.
Got to get off the field here.
I'm sure this is 4-down territory for him.
Yeah. If you can get a negative play, that would be huge. You cannot give up any yardage here. Get a negative play. Holloway may try to throw this.
Here's the snap. It's going to be Holloway up the middle. He's going to juke inside. He's being dragged forward, but he stops short.
It will be 4th down.
And they got to get to the 34 to get a first down. They are down at the 36 as of right now.
All right, 4th and 2 for the Aggies. And of course, they will go for this because why not?
All momentum shifts right here on this play. If you get a stop, you have every bit of momentum.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't play one-on-one on the outside and just sell out to the run here.
Here we go. Holloway, Harris in the backfield. Here's a snap. It's actually going to be a quarterback run all the way.
And he's short! He's short! He's short! Yeah, I hate that play call by Hamilton. That is a terrible play call.
It feels like all momentum has shifted now.
I'm not sure. Harris has been eating us up inside, and what they do is they just run a sprint out with Holloway with no protection, and we have 3 Raiders there waiting on him. That is just a very questionable call by Hamilton. Great for the Raiders. Like you said, Tony, we have all the momentum. There is 10-11 left in regulation. We're down 7. We have it 1st and 10 at our own 36.
Here we go. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback run all the way. He's going to bounce outside. He's not going to get much. I don't like that play call on the first play. We're going to actually lose a couple yards out to the 35. Not a good play call there.
Well, once again, it goes back to they're just selling out on the run. They are literally sending 8 players to the run, and Parker just did not have a chance. As quick as he is, he had three maroon jerseys waiting on him. So it's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 36.
Here we go. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Drake up the middle. He's just going to try to fight as well. I don't see what we're trying to do here. As we threw the ball all the way down the field on him last possession, now we're trying to go back to this heavy package. It hasn't worked all game. So I don't know why you try to go back to it now, but that brings up a huge 3rd and 10 where you feel like
he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Once again, I agree. Unless they're seeing something and Hamilton is shifting after the snap, that play just didn't go anywhere.
Here we go. Here's a snap. He's looking downfield. And he's got a running room. There he goes. Bunch of green grass. He cuts back inside. Oh, he makes a one-man miss. Makes a safety miss. There he goes. Up to the 15-yard line. Parker
Johnson was wanting to throw the ball. He did not have a receiver. There was a hole that opened up. He ran it around the right end and made 3 guys miss. Had some great downfield blocking. Picks up about 50 on the play. We're set up in business now. 1st and 10 from the Hamilton 15 with 8.5 left in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Johnson in the backfield. Drake to his left. Rutherford in motion. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pop pass once again to Carter Rutherford, who jumps over a one defender, tries to get forward. He's going to get a gain of about 2.
Yeah, Carter did everything he possibly could there.
They ate that pop pass alive there, and he just made something out of nothing.
Carter's coming out of the game. He's tapping his helmet saying, hey, I got hit pretty good there.
Well, not only that, he's playing both ways right now.
Right.
He's probably pretty gassed.
So once again, he did get some yardage. So we are down to looks like the 12.
Timeout. Coach Scott took a timeout.
Coach Scott is going to take a timeout with 8:01 remaining in the fourth quarter.
It was actually 8:04, and of course the clock ran down. They didn't stop it. So, but we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back as I need a breather. Once again, your score here, 28-21. Hamilton leads Good Hope, but Good Hope in Hamilton territory. We'll be right back on the Good Hope Raider Sports Network. Good Hope Raider Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More Coleman, as Good Hope has a 2nd and 8 from the 14-yard line. The offense comes back on the field. Took a timeout to give some of our guys a break as they were getting tired. Much needed timeout. We had 3. Might as well use one. But Rutherford's still on the sideline.
Yeah, he's got a cramp. They're stretching him out, so he's cramping up a little bit. That's all it is.
And Johnson looks to the sideline for an audible. Here's a snap. It's going to be quarterback run all the way. Got met, but he made a man miss. He's getting upfield, and he's driving his way up to the 6-yard line. I think he's going to be right at the first down marker.
It's going to be close.
The drive started at the 15. That means it's 3rd and 1.
He made a man miss. There was a free runner that got into the backfield, but he made him miss. And then he had a little bit of grass in front of him. So 3rd and short.
3rd and 1. You need a first down here. You know what I'm doing?
I'm either going to...
The old tush-push.
They're going to line up in the... Well, let's see what happens.
Heavy package.
This may go straight to Mason.
Nope. Quarterback keeper up the middle. And he's got enough, it looks like.
I believe
they're calling him short.
Yeah.
No, they're calling him short. They're saying he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Ooh. All right, well.
You got to go for it.
This is your ball game right here. I mean, you got to make this. And this is when you tell your linemen, hey, if you want to be ranked number 5 in the state, you've got to make 3 feet here.
Looks like we're going to an extra heavy package. I don't like this. Just get under center and fall forward, man. And he's going to be stopped short.
Yeah, we went inside to Drake, and they got the big push on inside, and for the 3rd time tonight, we have not capitalized being inside the red zone, and that's painful. That is absolutely painful. Once again, dude, it's what, 4th and an inch? Just get under center and fall forward. Yeah, we just got no push. Once again, they are absolutely just loading up the box and just going after that. There is a player down. Let's see if we can see who it is.
All right, it's a Hamilton player.
It's a Hamilton player. That is correct.
There's still a lot of time left on the clock. We can get a stop.
We need to get a stop, especially since we've used one of the timeouts now. We cannot let them get any kind of a drive. We have to really stop them. This really needs to be a 3 and out, or we need to somehow force a turnover, because they're going to have it 1st and 10 from their own. That's on the 6. And once again, I've got my binoculars trying to see who the young man is on the field. It is a Hamilton player. The stadium, which has been rocking all night, is now absolutely pitch quiet. It's 7?
They do not have a 7 on their roster.
77. There we go. Good to see that young man get up, and he is now walking off on his own power. That's good to see. All right.
But man, listen, the heavy package hasn't worked all night. Why do you go to it with 2 downs left here late in the game, knowing you've got to get in the end zone?
Well, once again, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be the best, you've got to play the best. And right now, Hamilton's just beating you up front. 3 times now, at the end of the first half, and then the turnover on the interception, and now this turnover on down inside the 5 or inside the 7-yard line. If we convert any of those 3, we have a ball game. Now, it is up to the defense. I can't see Hamilton putting the ball at risk here. I think this is going to be a heavy dose of 2 and 22 running it.
Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Like you said, Harris up the middle. He bounced outside. He's not going to get much. Cody Stevens met him pretty quickly. I don't know if he even got anything.
I think he may have lost a yard. Look like Drake and Stevens on the tackle there.
They're actually going to say he gained a yard up to the 7.
I'm looking at through the binoculars. There's no way he gained a yard. But it is what it is. So 2nd and 9, I guess, from the 7. Yeah, it's on the 7. So
here we are. Holloway in the backfield. Harris to his right. And he got a man in motion. Got to be careful. Or maybe a screen pass, but here's a snap. It's going to be it's going to be a play action pass. He's got a man wide open down here. And that's number 9, Hudson Tibbs. Like I said, man.
Tibbs. What happened there? 3 was double covered. He ran a clear out, and Tibbs came on the underneath, and nobody went with him. And that's a backbreaker there. That hurts. That's a 17-yard gain for first down, and the time is definitely not on our side now. Once again, we have to. We
got a stoppage here.
Now, I'm not sure what's going on here. Once again, with this officiating crew, there's no telling what's going on. As somebody in the crowd just said, what now? And I agree. What do we do? I don't see any player down. I'm not sure what this stoppage is. I mean, it's good for us because it's getting us a little rest on defense.
They put more time on the clock.
Okay, I'll take that too.
Because the clock kept running and he got out of bounds. Here we are. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Or actually the 28, my bad. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Harris. He's going to try to bulldoze his way through. He's going to get a gain of maybe 5.
Yeah, we missed. Tucker Screws there was on a run blitz, and he chose the wrong hole way, and I'm sure it was designed that way. Just unfortunate, he went through the C gap, and the play went through the B gap, and if Tucker meets him, it's a loss. But he ended up gaining about 4 on the play. And Hamilton doing a smart thing here. They're draining the clock. I mean, they're 20 on the play clock. They haven't even really gotten a play in yet. So smart move by Hamilton. Drain as much clock as possible. Even if we hold them, they're going to try to get us where we don't have much time left.
Holloway in the backfield with Harris. Sure, this is going to be a handoff to Harris, but here's a snap. It's going to be handoff to Harris up the middle. He's going to get up to the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 31.
That big play here.
It'd be nice if we could somehow get them at least behind the line, or maybe even they get a false start or something.
Well, here's the deal. Hamilton, if we hold them short at this spot on the field with the situation, I think they'll punt. I don't think they'll even try to go for it. But it is 3rd and 3.
4.5 minutes remaining here. Your Good Hope Raiders are down 28-21 to the Hamilton Aggies.
Big play here.
Huge play. It's actually 3rd and 3.
We have to stop them right here. This is probably the ball game right here.
Here's the snap. It's going to be just a quick out route, and they got the first down. Up to the 39-yard line. That's good for Josh Phillips and Evan Morgan's first down.
Yeah, that was good. Give the receiver credit there, because that was a terrible pass by Holloway. He was under duress. He just threw it out there, and the receiver...
It's not over yet.
The receiver reached behind him and made a pretty incredible catch for the first down. So sometimes you just got to give them credit, and that play was all that receiver.
They're going to drain as much clock as they can. They're still 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here.
Yeah,
we got 2 timeouts. It's not completely over, but you got to get a stop.
Yeah, at this point, probably another first down is probably going to do it.
Well, it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Harris, and he's going to get enough, maybe one, maybe 2 yards. Yeah, maybe 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that time
second and 9.
We missed him in the backfield again. We're taking the angles to get back there. We're just barely missing these angles. Again, that should have probably been a 2-yard loss, but we took a bad angle on that one and let him get by us, and he got 2 yards on the play. So a 4-yard turnaround there. You cannot let them get a first down.
And Coach Scott saying, hey, guys, get closer. They're going to run the ball.
Yeah, I cannot see.
3 minutes remaining here. Second and 9. Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Harris, and he somehow broke outside. And he's going to be brought up short of the line of game, but, man, we had to have him in the backfield there. Because this right here is ball game. If they get it here, it's ball game.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Down on the field.
That's just unfortunate. We had him in the backfield, and we let him go, and he was able to get 7-8 yards on the play. He did not get the first down. It's going to bring up a big 3rd and 1. And at this point in the field, if I'm Hamilton and I don't make it here, I'm probably going for it.
And Coach Scott is saying Rutherford got hit after the play. That's why he is down.
Well, at this point in the game, with all the things that have happened, I mean, it's just. I mean, you can't ask for anything from this officiating crew at this point. I'm not saying that they have swayed the game, but man, a lot of calls just haven't gone our way tonight. And Coach Scott has already been warned once tonight. He has absolutely let the officials have it. Well deserved, by the way.
Yes, this has not been good for Good Hope. This is a key player right here that I didn't see it, but he got hit after the play. He is out of breath, it looks like. He got the wind knocked at him, so clearly he got hit hard.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just a wind deal. Bo Shirey, the Encore Sports Medicine team.
I'm not sure if that's a win situation because he's holding his chest pretty hard.
Once again, very thankful for Bo Shirey. I believe Bo told me earlier this year he's in his 29th year here at Good Hope, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But Bo Shirey and the Encore Sports Medicine team, the Encore Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for the Good Hope Raiders and the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. You got to get off the field here. It's going to be a handoff up the middle.
Yeah, here you just sell out to the run. If they beat you with a pass, they beat you with a pass.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And, there's a yellow flag on the field. This could be coming back. As of right now, it is a touchdown Hamilton, but there is a flag back here.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold on the tight end. That was pretty obvious.
Holding offense. There we go.
Now, once again, I'm kind of speechless that we had him in the backfield and let him break the tackle, and he ended up scampering for the touchdown. But luckily, that's the second touchdown tonight called back from Hamilton, if I'm not mistaken. We've had 2 called back. They've had 2 called back. No, I'm sorry. They've only had, that's the first. The other one was just a 55-yard run.
The biggest part about this right here, if we get the ball back, if we get a stop here and we get the ball back, we are out without our best receiver. As of right now, because it looks like the jersey's coming off.
Yeah, here's the situation for Good Hope.
It's 3rd and 11.
It's 3rd and 11.
They are looking to get this a first down and call the game.
A first down, the ball game's over.
So they are looking to get a first down here. I would not doubt that this is not a passing play.
I mean, do they trust Mason Holloway? He's one of the top recruits in the nation for the 27 class.
Oh my goodness, he plays again next year?
Yeah, he's only a junior this year. So, once again, if you can hold them to just a couple of yards.
They try to get us to jump. Once again.
And they're going to call timeout.
Timeout Hamilton, as the clock was running. Not supposed to run after a penalty.
No, that's correct. It was a live ball penalty, so it can run.
Okay, never mind.
No, that's correct. By the way, Rutherford does have his helmet back on. He's fighting to go back in the game.
Well, right now, he's one of our best corners on top of being our best receiver.
I see Ross Clark kind of limping around a little bit also, number 19 for the Raiders. This has been a rough game. Now, has it been a rough game due to some chippiness? Yes. Do not misunderstand. Hamilton has played a great game. They were ready tonight. Like I said, they had all the momentum in the second quarter and the third quarter until the very last play of the third quarter when we scored to cut this to a 28-21 game.
My thing is, if you're Hamilton, I'm 99.9% sure you're probably throwing the ball here. Rutherford's on the field.
I mean, you just got to be careful if you're Hamilton. If we can contain Holloway and make him make another mistake, he's already thrown one interception tonight.
Big play, got to get off the field. It is a pass.
There's another hold that they didn't call.
And he's got enough for the first down.
No, he's going to be short.
Oh, no, they calling him short. Down at the 49. Right. He's a yard short.
Going to bring up 4th and 1.
Coach, you got to call one of your timeouts here.
Yeah, he just called it. Once again, you can't give him that much room. I mean, that was 3rd and 11, and you give him a 10-yard cushion.
Even that, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not a big fan.
I'm not a fan of the man coverage there. I think you spy your fastest guy, you spy him, and you get in the zone. You make sure, hey, you go to that zone and you make sure that out route's not open.
All right, so it's going to be 4th and 1 for Hamilton from the 49, from their own 49. They're going to go for this.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely, because they're like, well, I mean, we've stopped Good Hope before. And if we get the first down, this is a win.
Yeah, if they get first down, ball game's over. Okay. If you're Hamilton, here's what I think they're going to do. From everything I've seen tonight, I think they're going to go RPO with Holloway. They're going to fake. The first option will be the handoff to Harris up the middle, and then you're going to see
to a cutting defensive line because we're cutting right here.
And then you're going to see Holloway either pull it and throw it, or Holloway pull it and run it. This will be that famous triple option RPO. They've already run it once tonight successfully. Let's see if we can stay disciplined. We have to get some kind of penetration. The defense cannot let them get this yard.
Here we go. 4th and 1. Play of the year here for Good Hope. You got to get off the field. Here's the snap, and he's going to have it.
And that should just about do it, because with only one timeout left, Harris took the handoff up the middle with $1:26 left, and that will do it. You'll see Hamilton probably kneel on it right here and get out of here with a 28-21 win, giving Good Hope their first loss of the year. If you're Good Hope, you just got to look back at the 3 possessions we had inside the red zone and came away with nothing. That's the ball game right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just simple mistakes.
We've talked about it all year, that the mental errors, the penalties, like you said at Fultondale game, they're eventually going to come back to bite us, and tonight they did. It's just unfortunate. They are in a victory formation, which I can't see why they wouldn't be. I don't know why you want to risk anything here. Holloway does take a knee, and that will do it. Now, they'll still have to snap it, I think, 2 more times. No, they'll have to snap it 1 more time. Already some sportsmanship. The Hamilton 3 coming over to Carter and giving him a hug, and good to see Carter reciprocate that. They do have to snap it 1 more time, by the way. And that'll do it. Well, Tony, it was a hard-fought game.
Absolutely.
Coach Scott is still yelling at the officials.
He's saying, just go ahead and leave for me, guys.
Once again, this was everything that we expected it to be. What we did not expect
our offense to get stopped as much as they did, really.
Was a little bit of sloppy play by our offense. Our defense, once again, this team came in averaging 47 points a game with probably one of the top players in Class 4A in Mason Holloway. With the exception of that one pass and a couple of, he did have a couple of good runs. We held them to 28 points. It's disappointing But there's a lot to learn from this game, and it makes next week so much more big now. Now you have to. We welcome Fayette County to James Chable Stadium for the senior night and the last game of the last home game of the year, and we have to go in focused and do a better job.
We have to have a win next week. It's just plain and simple.
Well, I don't know if we have to have now to host a playoff game. Yes, we have to have a win.
Because this right here was pretty much the championship.
And I agree with that. This was pretty much for the.
We could beat Fayette County next week and then lose to Fayette County, but they'll still have the tiebreaker over us.
Yeah, that's the deal. So. They get the tiebreaker, and that's why this game was so huge. Now, of course, Fayette County will be saying, "Hey, what about us?" There's no, because Fayette County still has to play Hamilton also. There is no way Fayette County holds with this team. I don't mean to, no disrespect to Fayette County, but Hamilton's a really, really good team.
As I see a lot of police officers on the field. I don't know exactly what is happening here.
Well, I think it may have to do with the officials getting out here.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
And that may be standard procedure for the city of Hamilton. I don't know, but it's just disappointing that we put a lot into this game, and in all honesty, Tony, we just didn't execute.
The offense didn't execute. I mean, we had 3 times in Hamilton territory, and one of them was just an interception straight to a linebacker. Then the other 2 times is we just couldn't score. I mean, one of them was a first and goal from the 8, and we couldn't score.
Once again, what do those have in common? Penalties. That's the unfortunate
part. Here comes the field rush.
And they are absolutely rushing the field. How interesting. I guess this, I called this their Super Bowl, and I guess they just proved it to me that this is their Super Bowl.
This is...
But I mean,
I just feel bad for the guys. This is going to be a long ride home. That hour and a half is going to feel like 4.5 hours.
Yeah, and once again, congratulations, Hamilton.
Oh, absolutely, that's a good football team over there.
They are a really good football team.
Listen, Mason Holloway is arguably one of the best quarterbacks that I've ever watched in person.
Well, and that shows again why he is one of the top recruits for the class of 2027. There's no question about it. He is that good. Was he the difference tonight? No, he was not.
Our offense not executing was the difference tonight.
So, once again, there's still plenty to play for. And there is still, we're still alive for the region championship. Now, we just have to have help now.
We have to have them to lose their next 2 games.
We have to take care of business. We have to win next week at when Fayette County comes to James Chable.
And we have to win at Dora.
And, you're right. We have to win at Dora, which that should be a winnable game for us. And then at the end of the year, we'll have to go to Fairview.
Which that game doesn't matter for region play.
No.
That's in-county rivalry.
That's a county pride game. And once again, that will be the other top elite player that we'll face this year in Jake Harper. Once again, I'm proud of our defense. Did we have a couple of missed assignments? Yes.
Okay. Listen, I know we are sad about this. Vinemont upset the number 3 ranked Gordo in class of 3.
They did not.
22-19.
Wow. Congratulations, Vinemont. Gordo is a heck of a ball team. Wow. Congratulations, Vinemont. That is awesome.
And while we're at it, I'm just going to go ahead and give the full Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard update. Coleman ran away with it 37-0 over Columbia. Fairview is up 28-9 over Priceville. West Point and East Limestone finally put some points on the board. It's 14-6 playing in the 4th quarter.
Who's up in that game?
West Point.
West Point up 14-6. Okay.
And once again, your score here, Good Hope does fall. First game of the season here to Hamilton on the road, 28-21. Once again, breaking news. Vinemont upsets Gordo 22-19 and the number 3 ranked team in 3A. Midfield runs away with it at Hansville. No, they were playing a home game. My bad.
Hansville was up in that game at the half. What happened?
Well, it's 40-20.
Oh, wow.
And they were up 20-12 at halftime. So
that's okay.
Addison beats Mink 54-22. Something we all saw.
You know, and talking about Addison real quick.
Addison's
a pretty good ball team.
Did you know? Did you realize that they dropped 2 spots after losing to a 4A school?
Yeah, the sports writers sometimes baffle me. That's one of the times I saw that, and I'm like, how in the world do you drop Addison after they lose to a 4A school? That just made no sense.
Yeah, no.
But it is what it is.
Well, Tyson, that's all I've got. Disappointing game here for the Good Hope Raiders, but listen, the season is not over, guys. We still can host a playoff game. Now that second round matchup is just going to be a lot worse.
Well,
most likely we will travel to Anniston again.
Well, and I'm gonna finish up with this. Yes, Tony, you are correct. This was a very disappointing night. Once again, all credit to Hamilton. I mean, it's not like they played a completely clean game either, but
both teams. This could have easily been over 40 points for both teams.
Right.
And our offense just didn't execute, and penalties killed us heavily. All the false starts is really getting to us.
And once again, you know, Hamilton had everything going for it. It was the Fox 6 game of the week here. In fact, I see Fox 6 doing an interview with their coach on the field right now. It was senior night here. They had all the emotion. To their credit, once again, when we went up 7-0 on them, they came right back down. And
they went up
7-0 on the long pass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then we turned around and scored.
And we were up 14-7, and then them.
They scored 14 unanswered, and we held them to 7 points after halftime.
After halftime, we held them to 7.
They held us to 7 after halftime. So that's what really changed the game. I think the biggest thing that changed the game is the false start on the 4-yard line. That really does it right there. It's like you got to have that. But, and not only that, it's the 4th and 1 heavy package that ain't worked all night.
But, you know, if you're Good Hope, once again, you have a lot still to look forward to. You can't let Hamilton beat you twice. That's the big thing. You have to regroup, refocus, go into next week's senior night at Good Hope.
It's a whole new ball game next week, guys. Just forget this one even happened. You got to put this one behind you. That one loss, just got to have to look away from it. I mean, it's just, that's just what it comes down to, because if you let this one linger around in the back of the head, Fayette County will get the best of you next week.
So what we'll need is we're going to need everybody at James Shabel Stadium next week. Tony Thompson, again, will have the call on Coleman's Live 95.5.
If you can't make it, I'll gladly take you to listen to me. I'll give you the best opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this will be the FM game next week. I think it will be, but we'll see. Of course, I will be in the press box doing the PA.
Tyson will be back with me in 2 weeks as we travel to Dora, and then you'll be with me for the season finale at Fairview. As I'm sure we'll have a big group up there because Chris and them.
So, once again, we're going to go ahead and sign off here from Hamilton High School. Once again, your final score, the Hamilton Aggies beat your Good Hope Raiders by a final score of 28-21. Your Raiders drop to 6-1 now, and Hamilton moves to 8-0 on the season.
Well, Tyson, it was fun having you up here. I'm glad. Once again, disappointing night. This was a heartbreaker, not only for me, but for these kids. But regroup next week. Let's get a win at home at James Shabel Stadium against Fayette County, and we just got to finish the year off at Fairview and then on to the playoffs. But guys, that's been us for the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More. We are going to send us out of here.